You are cashed.
NCR house and cursed me!
You are cashed.
NCR house and cursed us!
You are cashed.
NCR house and cursed us!
You are cashed.
NCR house and cursed me!
You are cashed.
NCR house has cursed me! I'll sue you!
You are cashed.
NCR house and cursed me!
You are cashed.
NCR house, it cursed me!
You are cashed.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another day in the trial of LIA versus, the Senate Connecticut versus LIA. We have day 2 ready. I am joined by Damian Paxton, Hank
bitches
of Hank's Corner, and rejoining us, the man, the myth, the man who's currently in my shit list, DJ Dark Lantern.
Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. That was not my fault. Jim made me do it.
Yeah. But you made the image.
It really did.
Before we get to the trial, I have to...
NCR housing cursed me. Wow.
That is amazing.
Thank you to Uncle Artie for making that for us.
Oh,
Before we get into the trial, I'm going to do one ad and then we're going to go straight into it. And again, same rules apply. If you want somebody cursed, super chat that, their name, and that you want them cursed. Today's sponsor is Cloaked. Have you ever been having a quiet night at home or just relaxing, and then your phone rings and it's a spam call? Or out of nowhere, you get some text from somebody saying that they know you, or they're looking for somebody else. It's because of data brokers buying and selling your data. These calls and texts happen. And did you ever wish you could put a stop to that or just hide your information from them? Well, this is where today's sponsor can help. Cloaked. Cloaked is an app that removes your data from data brokering websites and off the dark web. Not only that, Cloaked can generate burner emails and burner phone numbers for you. They also give you a built-in password manager, VPN, $1 million insurance policy for identity theft. By going to cloak.com/NCR and entering your phone number, you get a free security scan. I did it, and I was blown away by how much information they found just from my phone number. You can even scan to make sure your social security number is not being sold. Take back your data today by going to cloak.com/NCR and getting 30% off any plan that you sign up for today. Thank you again to the fine people at Cloaked for sponsoring me and the channel. Folks, let's get into this bullshit of a messed up trial that is LIA.
And his stupid fucking thumbnail.
Off my property!
That's where he spit in my face.
Yeah, a gun on me. Not that, sir. He went back in the house before that whole
He had to get his gun to shoot me. He said he was going to shoot me.
I have a gun, and I'm going to go shoot him right now.
You
That's not
covered
the
for
question,
him.
sir.
You menaced me with a firearm, and you covered for him.
We're done now?
Are you done defending criminals? My answer is that.
Yes, right? Yes.
My answer.
That's your answer,
My
sir.
answer is.
I'd ask our court to direct them to answer the question as asked.
I'm answering the question. Can you let it rule on the objection, or you're going to be aggressive? You're better than this, counselor. Come on. You are a state's attorney acting like a child. You're acting like a child. You're not supposed to be, are you?
Wow.
Under your breath as much as you want.
Are you so aggressive? Can you please be polite? People like you hate it when you get challenged. You hate it.
That's what that was about. The whole thing was about his actions as a law enforcement officer.
Yeah, and the lack of accountability he gets when he engages in criminal conduct.
Did you do any research into union contracts in the state of Connecticut as it relates to police officers and their departments on how they accrue overtime? Yes or no?
Not yet.
No, not yet.
Thanks for the tip.
Oh, you're welcome. Did you think you're the most unbiased reporter to be working?
I'm tenacious. That's the word.
You get paid by clicks.
Just like journalists.
Journalists on CBS are getting paid by clicks.
Of course they are. Ad revenue, of course, counselor.
But the reality, sir, is
Wow, he's stupid.
you can keep laughing. I know it's funny to you, but the reality is your
I
videos.
no idea what you're talking about. I just stated the actions that he has engaged in multiple times, unprovoked, against me.
He's dyed his
those
hair in
actions are
beard.
reprehensible, and he should be held accountable for them. But he's a cop, so he's not held accountable for them. And the world sees it. The world sees it. Judge, State Attorney John Fahey, I don't even know if he has a relation to Mr. Fahey. Who knows? We don't have 23andMe DNA test.
He started to cite, and I'm sure he'll cite again, a Florida case which has no power in the state of Connecticut.
Obviously, he has no idea what he's talking about. He says that I cited a Florida case. Florida v. Jardines is a Supreme Court case, Judge. It's not a Florida case. It is binding on this court. When the elements of a crime fail, Judge, court of law has exactly one honest thing left to do. I do not feel. Thank you, Judge.
Hey, what's up, guys? Sean Paul Reyes with Long Island Audit here, back again with another video. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the conclusion of my trial here in the state of Connecticut. Make sure you watch to the end. I'm sure you're going to love this one. Again, big shout out to Taya and Steven from the Real News Network for getting permission to record this trial, promoting transparency throughout these proceedings. Make sure you hit the video anywhere you can on social media so it can be seen by as many people as possible. We need to expose this injustice. Let's get into it.
Guys, Superior Court, the Judicial District of Wickham and Danielson is now open and in session. The Honorable Judge Cody Guarnieri presiding. Afternoon, Your Honor.
We should turn this into a drinking game.
I don't think we're allowed to injure people's livers.
True.
I see we have the state and Mr. Reyes present. I understand that we're continuing with the state's final witness today. Is there anything to take up before we start?
The only comment, Judge, first of all, thank you for your indulgence in terms of accommodating the witness. Secondly, it probably won't matter since the evidence will probably conclude today, but it's troubling to the state that Mr. Reyes, and I agree to, in fact, it happens in most every criminal trial, agreed to a sequestration order. In fact, he sought the sequestration order and then proceeded to live stream an entire commentary outside the courthouse yesterday, including what witnesses testified to. So I would ask the court, should evidence continue beyond today, that Mr. Reyes be instructed that he should comply with the order that he asked for.
Anything to take up?
Get him.
Nope. Very good.
Did you say nope? Yeah, because he used it up.
Please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear, solemnly sincerely affirm, the case may be that the evidence you shall give regarding this case will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God, or upon penalty of perjury. Please state your name, title, and place of employment.
My name is Eric Daigle, D-A-I-G-L-E. I'm an attorney and I work for Daigle Law.
Good afternoon, Attorney Daigle.
Good afternoon.
By whom you employed?
I'm self-employed.
And could you tell the court sort of your career as it relates to law enforcement and what you're doing now?
So I am currently the principal and owner of Daigle Law Group. My career vast over the last 30 years. Starting in military police, I spent a decade with the Connecticut State Police, and I spent the last 25 years, I believe, 4 years as a practicing attorney in the state of Connecticut. I spent 8 years as a civil litigator, and I spent the last 16 years as the owner of Daigle Law Group, which is a firm that focuses on management consultant for law enforcement operations across the country.
As part of your employment, were you employed by the Groton Town Police Department to take a look and conduct an internal, or I guess it would be an external investigation into an incident between the defendant, Sean Paul Reyes, and former Sergeant Brian Fahey of the State Police that occurred on July 11th of 2025?
Yes, Daigle Law Group was retained to do that investigation.
Okay. As part of that investigation, did you and investigators for your firm look into the history of any animosity or incidents between Sergeant Fahey and the defendant?
The evidence.
It goes to one's knowledge when one is, one of the elements, as Mr. Reyes has aptly pointed out, is one's knowledge of whether they're licensed and privileged to be on the property that the state alleges he trespassed on. Any animosity that had occurred prior to that date is relevant to his state of mind as it relates to that knowledge.
There was no animosity, but I don't think animosity would tell the support whether I knew I was licensed or privileged to be on the property on that day, especially incidents that happened years ago.
Well, I'll get into a little more of it, Judge, but as I understand the nature of events, just
The
to give Your Honor
disrespect
a
he's
case
showing
for
the
purposes
judge by
of
not
ruling,
getting up when he talks.
there were at least 2 run-ins with Sergeant Fahey at Middletown headquarters that happened in 21 and 23. As a result of the first incident, Mr. Reyes filed a civil lawsuit, which was pending against Brian Fahey, still pending against Brian Fahey at the time of the alleged trespass, and Brian Fahey was scheduled to be deposed a week after the alleged trespass. All that goes to the defendant's knowledge of whether he was privileged or licensed to be on Brian Fahey's property on July 11th of 2025.
Judge, Mr. Fahey already testified to this court that he never indicated to me that I was personally, prior to July 11th, 2025, that I was not licensed. That was not part of his property, Judge.
Thank you for the
But
1,000.
that doesn't go to his state of mind. That's what's relevant.
And the court will take into consideration its understanding of Mr. Fahey's testimony, but
No, they didn't sentence LIA yet.
Nope.
Now, he's lied to the court. And I hope the judge finds out about this and uses this against him when it comes to his sentencing.
Him and his fucking cameraman.
Because he told the court, this is from my source at the courthouse. He told the court he's going on vacation. He's on vacation. He will not be available until after the 27th. That's why his verdict is scheduled for the 3rd of September.
Yep.
The reason why that's a lie is because he's got a court date this Friday on the 21st in New York.
Yes, it is.
So if he would have been found guilty and sentenced to immediate incarceration, he wouldn't have been able to make that court date. And I believe they don't want him to do a Zoom because he's the one who demanded a trial.
Yes, he did. Such a fucking liar.
Trial be televised?
I doubt
Are you aware of any prior incidents between, as part of your investigation, did you become aware of prior incidents between the defendant, Sean Paul Reyes, and Sergeant Fahey?
In the initial stages of the investigation, obviously it addresses statements taken by the officers, addresses prior contact with Mr. Reyes. In the course of obtaining documents in the initial phase, we learned about the state police investigation, we learned about the interaction, and just in the general aspect of the fact that there had been interaction between Mr. Reyes and Sergeant Fahey that stemmed back from 2021 and 2023 before this interaction on the day of the incident.
Were they cordial interactions or otherwise?
I've seen the video of the first one and it didn't look very cordial to me, so I don't know.
Thank you. Did you become aware as part of your investigation that Mr. Reyes had driven a box truck that had video screens attached to it to Sergeant Fahey's house that day?
Objection.
The evidence from the scene, the body worn cameras, and even Mr. Fahey's video, even Mr. Reyes's videos showed a box truck, the screen truck at the cul-de-sac.
What was the nature of the video that was being shown on that, if you recall?
I don't know the full nature of the video. I just know that it was pictures at certain times of Sergeant Fahey, but I don't know the details on a full loop of what was being shown.
Okay. If you know, did it have anything to do with the prior interactions?
I believe it did, just in the fact that the interactions were well documented.
Were you made aware through your investigation as well the fact that Mr. Reyes had filed a civil federal lawsuit against Mr. Payne prior to July 11th of 2000?
Telling
I was aware.
DMZ is more journalistic.
Now, as part of your investigation, did you also have occasion to interview Mr. Reyes for that investigation?
Yes, I did.
Did you agree, first of all, do you see Mr. Reyes in the courtroom? Could you point him out for the court and tell me what he's wearing?
Yes, the gentleman there with the American top.
And the record reflects you've identified the defendant.
Did he just basically give like a
was Mr. Reyes under any obligation to speak to you?
He was.
Yeah.
He's like, hi, it's good to see you again. Dork.
I know he's a pro se litigant and he's supposed to have some leeway, but this judge really should be citing him for contempt.
Oh, 100%. This would never go any way in any other fucking courtroom at all.
I'm gonna make a statement, and from what we know, yeah, Lane Myers behaves better in the courtroom than he has.
That's fair. I mean, like from his little stupid intro, he should have been thrown in contempt like a couple times.
And
Day one, he should have been in contempt at least a dozen times.
Oh yeah.
Today.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
As I said, Dark Vigilante 20 says the View has more journalistic integrity than Sean.
I don't know about that one, but
no, he's right about that. The View has more integrity than Sean.
It's kind of crazy to say.
No, it's crazy to say, but it's true.
Yeah, that's the sad thing.
Did he agree to speak with you?
He did, yes.
Prior to speaking with him, did you attempt, as part of the fact that your investigation was still ongoing, to set certain ground rules as it related to the interview?
Pete Chamber.
Yes.
What was that?
If we say Reyes three times,
our first contact with Mr. Reyes is to reach
demands
out,
a
and obviously
FOIA
it's
from
his
you.
option whether he wants to. He's not a member of the Groton Police Department, so he's not forced to speak.
Will
to
it
us,
test
so
that,
it's his option.
DJ?
But I did, knowing
No.
his history, I clarified in email.
I do not need. I do not need to go to
verbal
jail
audio
today.
or video recording, mainly because it would conflict with our investigation. I explained to him that we do audio record all of the interviews, and that once the investigation is over and the investigation is turned over to the party that hires us, that all of that evidence would be available.
Thank you for the $10.99. Well, the $10 super chat.
Remember, this all began when Liar was cuffed at the airport and Liar went to the wrong building to file a complaint. Fahey was not the right one to speak, and Liar decided to create a story with Fahey. You're correct.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And again, this is because he has a vendetta against Brian Fahey.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what more can you say? Well, that brings up a good point.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that is true.
For him in the future, but I did not consent to, I made it clear to him both in writing and before the interview that recording of the interview was not authorized. I was not consenting to that in any way.
And what was his response to that to you? Commissioner of the party opponent.
Both in writing and verbally, in writing, he said he understood, and verbally, he agreed.
Okay. What happened anyways?
Objection relevance.
It goes to Mr. Reyes' truthfulness when it comes to, he will be testifying. I can call Attorney Daigle back for this purpose after he testifies, but it goes to his credibility. And he will be testifying before the court, or so he indicated. If he elects not to testify, then I'd ask Your Honor to disregard this, but I can hold Attorney Daigle to testify again after Mr. Reyes testifies, if that's the way you want to go about this line of questioning. It's very brief.
I'll withdraw my objection.
Yeah, because you know you're fucked.
Yep.
On Father's Day, a YouTube video was released that identified something with a saying of what they didn't want you to see.
Gone to any other law enforcement officer's house before this day. And the Dago Law Group has been retained to investigate a civilian complaint filed by you regarding your arrest following an incident at
that doesn't look like his house.
No, not at all.
Because we've seen his house.
Yep.
Hold on, got a $5 super chat.
If I punch the screen, can I sue Reyes and claim emotional stress or flat out anger?
I would say you could try to sue him, but then he's gonna cry and then graft, and then he'll get more money than you will.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is.
But no, that looks like when he was in Florida, or like that looks like he's out of state. So if he's trying to argue he was in a one-party consent state, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
But if this was Florida, and I'm hoping it is, they are very fucking litigious when it comes to the recording and disseminating private conversations. That's how they got fucking DeWitt the first time.
It is. Very much is.
Brian Fahey's residence.
I don't care who you are. Right now. You spit in my face. Property You're going to jail now.
And it was a recording of my interview with my investigator of Mr. Reyes, or at least the majority of the interview. There was some of it that was not there, but the majority of it.
Okay. And was that the video that was
Mark Stewart? Yes, this video is cut by LIA.
That video was created by Mr. Reyes during your interview with him?
I don't know who created it, but it turned up, and it's from his perspective. So I'm gonna have to assume that you know, just based on the evidence that it was from.
Hello,
his computer,
you're enjoying the show.
To be from.
During the course of your interview with Mr. Reyes, did you talk about the incident in question, that is July 11th of 2025, among other things?
Yes.
All right. Let's focus on July 11th of 2025. Did Mr. Reyes talk in any way about how he got to the house or why he went to the house or anything along those lines?
Yes, I asked him, you know, a whole set of questions as to his purpose and his desire and what he did when he got there about in order to set the background to his visit to the residence.
Okay. And you asked him that after you were aware of the prior animosity, correct?
Yeah, I mean, I knew the prior before the interview,
Yeah.
so yes.
Okay. Now, as it relates to any signage on Sergeant Fahey's property, did you inquire or did Mr. Reyes volunteer any information about signage that he saw before proceeding to Mr. Fahey's house that day?
There was a line of questioning asking him what he saw when he arrived in the area, whether he could see the house, whether he saw any signage, and I walked him through from arrival in the dead end there, the cul-de-sac, onto Mr. Fahey's property for purposes of understanding, you know, his viewpoint and his knowledge.
Okay. And did he talk about any signage he saw?
Yes.
All right. What signage did he indicate he saw?
He said that he saw a private property sign, a dead end, and no outlet sign on the left side of the driveway.
Okay. Did you ever go to the Fahey residence to view those signs yourself, or have you ever seen those signs?
I've seen them in camera.
Okay.
I did not go personally.
Okay. Attorney Daigle, show me what's previously marked State's Exhibit 6. Do you recognize that?
That appears to be the sign that Mr. Reyes was talking about that was on the body-worn camera from the scene.
So from your interview, it became clear that he had seen that sign?
Yes.
That he ignored that sign and continued up the driveway?
He did continue up the driveway and after recognizing the sign, yes.
Did he in fact speak during the interview about putting a no trespassing sign on his own house so that people couldn't come knock on his door, if you recall?
We had a lot of conversation about, you know, people entering property. He referred to solar people, the people that come to knock on your door to try to sell you things, and how clear indications and that he always makes a change. He spent a lot of time discussing that he always goes. He was talking to his cameraman and saying that we always make sure to look at the property because entering with notice would be a violation, and so he always checks the property for that. And we had a lengthy conversation about property and clarification of when you can enter and when you cannot.
And did any conversation come up about a no trespassing sign that was found in some bushes on the Fahey property as well?
I asked Mr. Reyes about when he learned about that sign, and it's clear that he, from his responses, that he wasn't aware of that sign that day. At some point later, he became aware that there was
bullshit.
Yep. 100%. Complete and utter bullshit.
Because he found out about that sign that day when he was locked up.
Yeah,
they even told him at the fucking scene.
Yeah, he fucking knew about it. That's why there's that jump cut. He fucking knew. This is just his fucking ego running amok. He's lied so many times during this. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's truly earned his moniker of liar.
100%. 100%.
Can't wait till he gets on the stand.
Although he's not a vehicle, so it doesn't apply to him. So,
although he should be wearing a wide load sign on his ass.
No trespass sign
Beat
that
me
was
to it.
laying on the ground, found by the officers.
I don't have anything for it.
Hi again, Mr. Daigle.
How are you, sir?
So you said you were with the Connecticut State Police.
I was, yes.
How long were you with Connecticut State Police again?
For 10 years, 1992 to 2002.
And you testified that the Daigle Law Group does consulting for police departments.
Yes, sir.
What type of consulting work do you do?
We do a whole broad range. Obviously, we do internal affairs investigations, organizational studies, staffing studies, a lot of after-action reviews after deadly force incidents or tactical operations, crowd control. We write policies and procedures, and we do a lot of required
Victoria,
training.
he
that
doesn't
officers
stand
receive
because he's a
throughout the
completely disrespectful asshole.
Any training on signage, or trespassing signs?
Nothing specific dealing with signage.
Your law firm ever represented the police department in lawsuits against them?
Well, before this job,
And how long was that?
That's what I did in my prior law firm.
A few minutes
I did
before he
civil
brought the
defense,
thing back to sign.
on behalf of insurance companies which are hired by. There may be early on, we may have had one or two clients, so I don't want to say no, but we don't do litigation or civil defense as a normal course of business.
But before you formed the Daigle Law Group, you personally represented law enforcement officers.
Yes, I was a civil attorney assigned to a firm that did insurance defense business.
In your investigation on July 11th, for the July 11th, 2025 incident, did you become aware of any evidence that would indicate to you that I was told I was not welcome at the Fahey residence?
Well, I did not interview Mr. Fahey because it's not directly involved in this, and so I have no direct information directing that you received indications of from the Fahey family not to be on the property.
Are you referring to the video from, I believe, July of 2021, the one that you referenced at Connecticut State Police Headquarters? So it's on video, right?
Yeah, yes, sir. I believe where you were met at the door by Sergeant Fahey in plain clothes.
You're all set here? Excuse me?
Are you all set here?
Well, yeah, there's nothing else obviously you can help me out with at this point.
So you're all set. So you're going to go to IA right now, correct?
Yeah, I'll be there.
All right.
I'm going to be going.
Okay.
I'm going to be going.
Okay. So you're going to stand here with your cell phone on.
I thought you were busy. I thought you were a busy man.
I am busy.
So you should get to work.
I should get to work? Is that what you're telling me?
If you're busy.
We're going to have a problem between you and I.
You're gonna do interference.
His body camera's on. His body camera's on. Stop. He has his body camera on.
I don't care.
Stop,
I don't care.
Right?
This is private property. Okay?
I'm not doing anything.
You're not going to
I will get
videotape
off.
me and
I'll
have
get
an
off of
attitude
it.
with me.
I'll get
But
off
I'm
of
going to
it.
tell you what right now,
I'll
dude.
get off of
I'm
it.
not
Stop.
the one.
All right.
Okay? I gave you the
I'm
information
trying
you
to make a
needed.
complaint. That's it.
And I
And once
gave you
again,
your
this makes
outlet.
Sean look like a
Your
man.
I said I
No,
was
you wanted to
going.
stand there and hold your cell phone in my face
I
is
wasn't
what
in
you
your
wanted to
face.
do. Yes,
I
you
wasn't
do.
in your
Take your
face.
cell phone and go and make your complaint, okay?
Okay.
And because of that, Sean has
Yeah.
had his vendetta against Brian Fahey because Sean's smart ass mouth keeps writing checks his ass can't cash.
Correct. I thought he was Mr. Big and Tough and he would kick anybody's ass and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
He seems like a bitch to me. Looks like a coward to me. Odd.
Definitely.
I think that's your initial interaction with him. If I'm
Do you recall the color shirt he was wearing?
Good question. I think it was pink.
Okay. What did Sergeant Fahey do during that incident?
You were at the door, if I remember the video correctly, you were at the door that enters into the state police headquarters, and that he met you at the door and then and walked you off the front area, at some point touching you and pushing you onto the green area, where he told you to go file a complaint if you weren't happy, if I remember correctly.
Did you see him grab my camera from my hand?
I don't recall that. I don't know that it happened or not, but I don't recall.
Did you see him poke his finger into my
That's a
chest?
good point, James. I don't see Leroy in court today.
So grab my shirt.
Yeah, Leroy wasn't there that day.
He was moving.
Yeah, he had his own court case.
He had.
No, he was at a live stream in New Jersey.
Oh, that's right. Oh, he was doing the fucking,
He
yeah.
classifies the aggressor in that.
Objection. Irrelevant.
He brought up the video, which that's one thing.
Video goes to a very specific purpose, Judge, which is his state of mind at the time on July 11th and why the animosity would lead one to believe that they should not be on that property. As to, first of all, calls for opinion testimony, that is irrelevant here. There is a civil lawsuit pending on it. That's for that court. If he wants to call Attorney Daigle at that trial, then I guess he can. I'm not sure that evidence would be admissible, but it's irrelevant.
Hank, we can't hear you if you're talking. I don't know if you're muted on your end, but I just thought you may have stepped away.
He might still be trying to work on his computer. Hank, we love you. Come back.
Come back.
I miss you so much. It hurts. Oh.
Oh, no, it's good. Oh. Nice,
No, it could be that
DJ.
thing where I've had to do this before. I would have to drop it and jump back in.
He left me.
Nice, DJ.
It's all my
You
fault.
go and apologize to Hank right now.
No, I don't think Hank rage quit. No, not at all. No, he was having some. He said he was having some issues with his computer earlier. So,
oh
yeah,
there he is.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, we
My
can.
man.
Yes, we can.
Okay, I got one question on Paul. When did Fahey give him an invitation to come to his house?
Never.
Ooh, there you go. Reverse psychology on that bitch.
Great point, sir.
He keeps bringing it up. Well, did you ever hear him tell me not to come on his property? Did he ever tell you to come onto his property?
Well, to come onto private property, the invitation would have to be extended, not
implied.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Which
is
going to go into one of his in part of his defense, but if I'm not mistaken, and I'm fairly certain I'm not, during the whole thing for this first civil trial, I believe that judge who's overseeing it issued a stay away order from Sean DeFahey.
Yes, I believe you are correct. I don't know if it ran out, though. That's the thing.
Because Fahey had brought up that his family and he was getting threats from Sean's followers, just like Mayor Alfred was getting. And Fahey was getting them sent to his place of employment.
If it's in reference to Sean Paul, it wouldn't run out. It would waddle out.
But
damn it.
But no,
it shouldn't run out as long as the trial keeps going.
So if there is that order still in play, he really doesn't have any implied consent to go to Fahey's house, because I'm recalling a stream where he was talking about this. Like, he specifically said there was an order by the judge that he could not contact Fahey. Eagles fan.
Ooh. For the $49.99, I'd like to see Fahey say to the judge, "May I approach the defendant?" "Yes, you may," and then go and loogie on him again. Well, here's the thing. So Sean is only pissed off because he got spit in his face. He likes it when you spit into his mouth. There's that whole difference.
SRVM, thank you for the $5 super chat.
Ray is arguing implied consent like his days as a Girl Scout selling cookies. Oh my God, we need to make that in ChatGPT.
Give me a few hours. I'll have that ready for you.
What are you fucking talking about? I'm doing it right now. You keep playing. I'll let you know when I have it.
I'm here to, yes.
Make sure he's not holding any
The sole purpose of the prior animosity on 2 occasions at the state police headquarters with Sergeant Fahey and the civil lawsuit, it goes to his state of mind as to why he should not have knowingly thought he was licensed or privileged to be on that property.
Good. Brings up an animosity. I'm just trying to get clarification for the court on what that animosity was.
And so I understand the line of questions and that were not the subject of the objection, where this witness described what he viewed in the video. But now you're asking him his beliefs about who was the aggressor. And so I'm inclined to agree. I don't see how that is relevant to the case. So sustained.
Do you know how long our conversation was when I conducted the interview? When you conducted the interview with me?
It was, I'm only going off of recollection. I believe it was like an hour and 25, hour and 30 minutes long.
And you reached out to me?
I did, yes.
And I willingly spoke to you?
Correct, yes.
Did I have an attorney present with me?
Not that I'm aware of.
As far as the recording, you told me that you weren't consenting for me to record, correct?
I did, yes.
Did I tell you that I would not record?
I'm only trying to recall the conversation that you and I had right when we turned the video on. That is not part of the record because it wasn't recorded. It was us having our morning greetings. And I believe I had said at that point again, Mr. Reyes, this is not going to be recorded, correct? And you said, I agree. And I took that.
Yes, Target Vigilante, they could.
That you would agree not to record it. That's my recollection.
So at no time I told you I wasn't going to record it.
In those exact words, no.
Would it be fair to say that I said I
NCR, check your Discord.
In the email, you said in response to my asking you not to record it, you did respond with, I understand, so I guess I would assume that to be, you clarifying that.
You didn't want to record it, correct?
DJ, you evil, evil man, you.
Look at his badge number on it.
So I got this badge. I got this badge for being the biggest gaper. Then I got this one for being able to not get untied from Scoutmaster Smith.
Check your DM.
I'm on it.
Hold on.
Nah, NCR.
Oh.
Dum dum dum.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
I think you're trying to give people nightmares, Daniel.
Oh. It looks like LIA, Chili, and Glenn Serio had a kid.
Oh my god, did you put a little police badge on it? It looks like Garcia accountability for the Long Island troop.
Yes.
I need you to buy these cookies. If not, my boss is going to get mad at me. You are evil.
Oh, so funny.
Evil people. But I love you all.
LIA sells cookies pre-eaten.
It's a part of the light pack. Why is it light? Because I ate half the sleeves.
Got hungry.
Oh, they are 50% off, so I only ate the free half.
Yeah. Pre-eaten.
Investigation, and every witness needs to be treated the same, unbiased.
Thank you for the $5 super chat.
All residents should ask Reyes his name and Girl Scout number before buying Girl Scout cookies from him, and then say hell to the no.
And clear, and the collection of evidence needs to be maintained in an accurate format. And as I said to you in the beginning of the interview, we record them. When you're ready to get a copy of this, you will have everybody's recording in the same philosophy. But to undermine the investigation during the middle of the investigation is what I was trying to prevent, which is exactly what you did.
How did I undermine it?
Because you brought, by the way, I think that YouTube video is your most viewed video on YouTube. And I believe that there is a ridiculous amount of comments underneath it. And I received many emails and interactions with citizens who have viewed that video both pro and con. And I have not formed my conclusions in the investigation. It's not over yet. It's still being occurring. And you added outside pressure to an investigation, which causes the investigators some difficulty. That's what we try to prevent.
He should be fucking brought up on charges because of that.
Did I call for anybody? Did you recall? Did I call for anyone to obstruct your investigation or contact you in any way?
I guess you can say you didn't do it verbally, but you named the video what they didn't want you to know, meaning that you were trying to articulate that we were intentionally keeping information from people that should know about it. And when you're doing a fair, unbiased investigation, information and relevancy is very important.
So you said the video was set, but they didn't want you to know this?
Something like, I mean, you would know. I don't recall. It says something about the fact of interview what they didn't want you to know, or something similar to that. And there's two very mean-looking investigators allegedly interrogating you.
But you, in fact, didn't want anyone to know at that time.
I'm going to object now because I think we're way far afield of where the inquiry was, other than the fact that it was recorded when he wasn't supposed to, and there was a long line of questions shoved beyond that. But whether, well, I mean, I think it's also been asked and answered. He said he didn't want it shown until the investigation was complete.
If I may judge, so that title was accurate to what you wanted. You didn't want anybody to see it at that time. Correct?
No, it's inaccurate. Internal affair investigations are open to public record, and everyone's going to see everything. That's the purpose of a fair, impartial, and unbiased investigation. But you're not allowing the system to work. You're trying to manipulate the system, and that's the challenge I have.
Well, that's your opinion, correct?
It is, yes.
You don't know what I'm thinking, correct?
That is accurate. Yes.
And you're aware that you say that internal affairs interviews and documents are public record that will be released to the public.
I did say that.
When you received the body camera footage,
what was with that cut?
Or however you received the body camera footage, was it redacted in any way, or did I bring up any withdrawal? Did I bring up any? Did I speak to you about the open body camera footage regarding redactions?
Judge, I'm going to object, one, on hearsay grounds, and two, that we are well far afield of what the director was.
He's pulled the video.
He
did.
did.
The investigation. I'm just trying to understand and witness testifying.
He literally pulled the video off. If it's a live, he pulled it because I'm on his page under his lives and I am not seeing it. Let me go to his videos. I think he might have turned it into a video, so I'm going to check that. Yep. I found it. It's on his, it's from a month ago. The Fahey incident interview. They don't want you to see.
Wow.
Damn.
It's like an hour and almost 50-minute long video. And just so you can see that I am not accusing Sean of anything here. What's that title right there?
Fahey incident interview they don't want you to see. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to scroll down to his pinned comments because, let's see. We have his incognito and then, but why would you put that title out there unless you were trying to get this tried in the court of public opinion?
Weird.
Definitely.
Just saying, Sean, them chickens is coming home to roost, boy.
Yes, they are.
That I started the investigation of the investigation. Represented police officer before he started the police officer before judge and understands how.
Look at Tim Hunter's comment.
There's part of the disconnect. So first you're asking him about things you said to him. So the question is why that's not hearsay. And then the second part is, and I understand that there was a series of questions that were not the subject of the objection, but is with respect to the internal affairs investigation. And now we're getting further and further away from that into the details of the investigation. So there are reasons why, first, it's not hearsay, and second, it's relevant.
Thank you, Frauder Roundup, for the $1.99. Just tuning in. So
is that like
not crashing yet, but he's getting ready to.
Oh yeah.
Well, if you're referring to his balls, I'm pretty sure they're crushing under his weight.
I would say the same reasons that he's getting him to say what I said already into the case.
So there is no hearsay objection just by virtue of being part of the case, of being part of the opponent. So on that basis, it was the global sustained objection.
We spoke about the no trespassing signs, the signage in general.
Yes, sir.
And you saw the State's Exhibit 6.
Again, I'm sorry.
You saw the state's exhibit 6 today,
I did, yes.
and that sign said private road, dead end, no turnaround, correct?
That's what it said.
DJ sent you a DM.
No further questions.
Just
saw
a
it.
couple points of clarity. First
That's
of all, when you
pretty
say
damn
you weren't aware whether or not Mr. Reyes had an attorney present, as a point of clarity, was this a remote interview conducted over Zoom or Teams or some other type of platform like that?
Yes, it was done over Teams.
So you don't know who was with Mr. Reyes at the time, so that's why you say, I don't know if you had a lawyer there, that's why you're not definitive in that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then, with respect to Mr. Reyes' interaction with, Sergeant Fahey at his door, did Mr. Reyes make any comments to you during the interview about what he thought he was gonna happen, or the animosity between the two of them, or anything along those lines, if you recall?
I believe all I can recall without reading the record is that I'd asked him what was his purpose, and he said that I was going to ring the doorbell and he was going to kick me off, and then I
Liar just changed the title of the stream to I took the stand and destroyed the prosecution.
Oh, God.
Give me a second.
Ego on this prick.
So I was asked by a certain member of the community to make a image, and I sent it to you, NCR, because I'm pretty sure you will very, very, very much love what I just sent to you.
Oh my God.
LIA is saying he's crushing the prosecution. I'm thinking of Princess Bride. You keep saying this. I don't think it means what you think. I think
it means, yeah.
That is so fucked up. But I'm looking at the title.
Did he change it?
Yeah.
Of course he fucking did.
He literally changed it
course he did.
from what it says now. I took the stand and destroyed the prosecution Fahey trial finale to I took this stand and exposed everything.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Please, God, don't expose everything. We don't need to see that.
I mean, we have a movie poster that exposes LIA. Can we show that, or is that a little?
I don't give a.
Okay.
It's parody.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, coming this fall, the love story you did not know you wanted to see.
I kind of hate it because it kind of looks like LIA is ripped from Yellowstone. And I like Wayne Housen's son.
Juggernaut Jared Reed, that is for you.
Oh, you evil people. But no, he literally changed it.
You.
Now I'm thinking of that PSA from the.
I learned it by
watching you, Dad.
Sent you a DM NCR of LIA's other job.
All right, let me check this one out.
At the Turkish bathhouse.
Like if it was the Girl Scout one, I already showed that one, Damien.
You didn't see the UPS one?
No.
Oh, no. BK, I will put it up there. Don't worry. All mine that I've made for today, they will be going into the Discord.
You know, I'm going to include these into the end of the month Frauditor theme review.
Yes.
You guys are on my Discord. There's a whole channel there where you guys can post memes about frauditors, sovereign citizens, flat earthers. any of these assholes we like to pick on for their stupidity, post a meme there. And we'll make a video out of it.
I've got to add one to that one.
Try now.
Okay. Now I got it. Let me bring this up. But yeah, Sean did change the title. He literally changed it so he can try to look good.
Oh my God.
Oh, Leroy Truth did say he went undercover as a UPS.
He could be an undercover UPS man or
Amazon or something.
Yeah, Amazon deliverer.
He wants LIA to deliver a package to him.
Does he handle with care?
Other than that, I'm sure there was more detail because we spent an hour and a half talking about that, but I don't recall specifically.
Did Mr. Reyes indicate in any way that he and Sergeant Fahey were friends on that day, or anything that he'd be welcomed at the door, or anything along those lines?
I don't think so.
Okay, thank you. Nothing.
We're going to find that you are knowingly, voluntarily, and intelligently making the decision to testify and welcome to take the stand.
Here we go, folks.
Oh my God. Oh my fucking God.
Did he just wink at the camera?
Yes, he did.
Hold on, I'm gonna.
Now I feel violated.
All right, I want to sue him for emotional distress and possible sexual harassment.
Yeah, I was going to say sexual harassment.
I feel like he was trying to seduce me, and I did not want his
Please
advances.
state your name and town and state of residence.
Sean Paul Reyes, Dublin, New York.
Danny Crane on the phone now.
Yes, I need a lawyer. Then we need an old priest and a young priest.
Called Long Island Audit Inc.
I'm a young priest.
Incorporated in New York State for the last 5.5 years. I primarily focus
Where's Father
on
Karras from The Exorcist?
government corruption, specifically law enforcement, politicians. And I report on those matters of public interest and conduct investigations as any other good journalist would. A typical assignment is I get some allegations, I go investigate those allegations, judge, and I report on those allegations. And when I investigate, I collect evidence for that, video evidence, documents.
Evidence,
I report on that.
quote unquote.
I have conducted numerous investigations at the residences of public officials, whether that be law enforcement officers, including police chiefs, district attorneys, politicians, legislators, specifically. And in every one of those instances, I make sure that I am on the lookout and aware of any no trespassing signs, any signs that would indicate to me
Like
that I
private
am
road?
not welcome on the property. And that extends to when I go into public buildings. I frequently state on my videos, because part of my videos are educational for people. There are people that have done this. I've followed in my footsteps, and I want to be clear.
I followed in my
I tell
footsteps,
them-
you egotistical
I
bastard.
narrate and I say, be on the lookout for restricted area signs, do not enter, no trespassing,
Bears.
anything that you do not go into any restricted
Private
area signs,
roads.
because that's how you would get arrested. I have attorneys that I hire from my law firm, and from my company to advise me
Oh,
on the
so
law,
now he has his own
and
law
advise
firm.
me
Attorney
on
Shield.
different investigations I'm conducting to make sure that I'm conducting them lawfully. I've always been told, with respect to knocking on someone's door, that the general public has a implied license or privilege to knock on someone's door. And when told to briefly knock and when told to leave, to leave. There's been instances, Judge, where I have arrived, because sometimes, Judge, the public officials, law
crazy.
enforcement officers, legislators, district attorneys, they know I'm conducting the investigation, and beforehand, and they've seen that I've gone to Brian Fahey's residence to ask him about the overtime scandal, and they will preemptively put private property, no trespassing signs, do not enter. But it always has verbiage that indicates to me that I would not be welcome on the property, and that my implied license has been revoked.
You don't have an implied license, moron.
Every single time a sign that indicated to me that I was not welcome on the property, or the general public was not welcome on the property to conduct a knock and talk, I never passed a sign that indicated to me that I wasn't
It looks
welcome
like his
on the
head's been
property.
spray painted.
I do bring my 14-foot LED billboard truck to these investigations. In addition,
Maybe he's trying to hide a bald
investigative
spot with
journalist,
that
I am an
spray on hair.
activist. First
It must
Amendment,
be.
my specialty. And I love our Constitution. I love to
So
teach.
if he's so good, hold on, this is important. If he's so good at following all these signs, why the fuck can't he do that, you know, when he goes to, you know, the PBA or other places where you cannot film and all that stuff?
In regards to First
Weird.
Amendment auditing,
Yeah.
I've done trainings at district attorney's offices. I've been invited to do ride-alongs. I've conducted ride-alongs with law enforcement officers.
Oh,
I'm not
please.
anti-police or anti-law and order in any way.
Yes, you are.
I love our Constitution, I respect
No, you
it, and I exercise that right peacefully in everything that I do. Purpose, on July 11th, 2025, the purpose of me going to Mr. Fahey's
Peacefully.
house was that I received a tip to look into Mr. Fahey's overtime. Because Mr. Fahey apparently works a whole lot of overtime in the last 3 years, and I was told that it was to boost his pension. That this is a problem. I was told this was a general problem in the state of Connecticut.
The subtitles keep
Reporting on
calling
this
him
as well.
Mr. Fatty.
So I went to Mr.
Yeah, I've noticed
Fahey's
that.
residence to ask him about that, and to also see if he was home. And I believe it was 3:30, 3 o'clock when I arrived at the scene that day, and he was home, and it was a weekday. So that was that factored into part of my investigation on these overtime allegations and cooking the books, is what I was told. When I knocked on the door, when I arrived on the scene, I saw, probably could have saved this court a lot of time. We looked at the private road, dead end, no turnaround sign a lot. The state has brought a lot of.
Why didn't you show it on your video, Sean?
It saved a lot of time. I saw the
Mrs.
sign.
Tom.
I opened up my eyes, I saw the sign.
Oh my fucking.
I read this.
Hold up. He
exactly
fucking
what
watches
the sign
us
said.
because we were making that joke
Private
way
road,
too many times.
Dead end, no turnaround. I understood that sign, and I still understand. On that day, July 11th, 2025,
He must have been watching
and
the
until
right
this
thing.
day, I understand that sign to mean that the road is not a public road, it is maintained privately, that there is a dead end at the end of the road, and that there is no vehicle, there is not enough space on the road for a turnaround, to turn around a vehicle. That sign to me.
I had to step away. Did I miss anything?
Yes.
Yeah. He made his own sign joke.
He watches us, dude.
He called me out?
No, he watches us because he did a cut when he was talking about the sign, and it went to the Ace of Base song, the one we were making fun of him the other day for.
Yeah, I saw the sign.
Yeah. Where everybody was roasting him about it because he kept saying the sign, and we were making jokes about it. And so he threw in a snippet of the music video.
Oh, Sean. if you're at least gonna do that, at least give me a shout out. Be respectful.
He also said that he loves police and loves the Constitution, and whenever he sees a sign that says he's not supposed to do something, you know, like no trespassing or something like that, he abides by that sign. And then I called complete and utter bullshit because he ignores signs all the fucking time.
He's done it before. I've covered him doing this.
Yes, you have.
I've covered him going into, restricted areas or private parking lots for the police departments where it says authorized vehicles. And he's made the argument, well, I'm not a vehicle.
Yep. Yeah, and there's a lot of jokes about him spray painting his hair on.
Yes. He also threw up a bunch of images. I'm not sure if they were ChatGPT or not, but
no, it was him when the couple times he's done a ride along, and then when he went and talked. But he says he was teaching them stuff, which went one ear and out the other with the fucking police because they're like, "What is this asshole talking about?"
I've seen his trainings.
Reyes was getting livid at Fahey for calling him a convicted felon, as if he expects everyone to forget that ever happened, right?
Yeah.
I've seen his trainings. You know what it is? It's him talking about being an auditor.
Yep.
And then talking about some of his interactions with the police where he's had bad interactions because they didn't understand the Constitution.
Yep. That's all it is. It's literally just
right along to my knowledge.
Yes, plausible reliability says, let us not forget City of Danbury versus Reyes.
Yeah. The private road sign was not funded by taxpayers like stop signs, etc. They are bought at Lowe's Home Depot by the homeowner, Girdle Boy.
Girdle Boy.
I'm going to say it again. Nice. Sean, if you're watching me, why don't you put a comment saying that you like my shit? I mean, I've offered you the opportunity to come on here and have a debate with me. I'd get a neutral party to mediate.
Correct.
Instead of you attacking my followers,
and stealing jokes.
I know, right?
Yeah, you owe Damien an apology for his Ace of Base joke. Possibly DJ. You owe both an apology.
Yes.
I would yes, I do not like this dude, but I could be a neutral. Never mind. I couldn't be a neutral party. I'd fucking end up yelling at him. So yeah, we could find a neutral party. Absolutely. I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to do, or have two moderators to check each other.
I mean, I can arrange it. I can get it set up. Is that all I missed, or is there anything else?
No, that's all you missed.
No, that's it.
A vehicle sign.
He's just spurring.
That's meant for a vehicle.
Yeah.
That's what it meant to me on July 11th, 2025. That's what I conveyed to my cameraman who I hired that day, Mr. Glover. I specifically told Mr. Glover.
And you were wrong then, too.
The signs that indicate no trespassing. Do not enter. And Judge, I was recording. I hired Mr. Glover to record that day because I record all of my interactions, including with Mr.
Hello,
Gia. Every interaction I have with the state actor, and Mr. Daigle might not work for the government anymore, even though he has for many years.
Oh, and Mrs. Tom says you missed that.
I don't trust the government.
Oh, Mrs. Tom, hello.
I want transparency. So I recorded the conversation with Mr. Daigle in accordance with any laws of New York where I was.
Objection irrelevant to Rhode Island.
I mean, didn't he bring up the recording?
Respect to the recording of the interview with Mr. Daigle.
Yeah. Why he recorded it doesn't matter. In fact, he indicated the whole purpose of bringing up Judge is that he said he wouldn't record it and he lied. That's the point. That's the credit.
Ooh.
All right, so the court will sustain the objection. So you can continue.
So, State's Attorney Fahey just want to point out that he is indicating things that the witness did not testify to. The witness did not testify that I said I wouldn't record it.
Is he talking about himself in the third person?
I never told Mr. Daigle that I would not record our conversation. I told Mr. Daigle informed me, as he testified, that he did not give me permission to record our Zoom.
And I told him I understood his position. He didn't want to record it. That's on him. But he was recording it himself. So, Judge, I hired my cameraman, Saheem Glover, who testified to this court that he did not see any signs, any no trespassing signs that day.
Objection, Judge. This is argument, not testimony. He's testifying about what another witness said. If he wants to say that during the final arguments, Your Honor, is more than welcome to. Reiterating what he claims another witness said is simply argument, not testimony.
Still arguing about the sign, isn't he?
Yep.
You're gonna have an opportunity to present any closing argument as well. You could turn back to your account.
Sure. Mr. Glover was recording that day. He took a recording from the moment I walked up the driveway to the moment I left, and I was on the public street. I would like to introduce an exhibit. We spoke about this exhibit yesterday. It has no audio. It is just going to show my assent. It is cut from the original video, but other than that, as the court had indicated to do, that to show the relevant portion, it is continuous, nonstop, not altered in the manner that, in the way that the ascent up the driveway and the descent off of the driveway was captured and accurately depicted. It was uploaded to my YouTube channel. You edited it.
And I would like to introduce that exhibit. Mr. State's name is?
It's one of the ones that he sent me,
You notice how
as part of discovery, that's fine. I
doesn't tell it's one of his friends recording
how it
this.
was uploaded to
Because with every
YouTube,
other
because the
witness,
YouTube
it's
video
been
was cut. But
the camera's been going
it's
back
one of
and
the raw
forth
videos
between
he provided
Fahy
to
and
me
the
in
witness.
discovery.
Here is just straight on Reyes without anything else.
Well, it's because he wanted the attention, and that's why the Real News Network's doing it, is because, you know, we talked about this on the few times we streamed about him last. Oh, we talked about the PBA's got all this support. They've got all these, you know, they've got their own radio show and they've got their own podcast. He doesn't have anything. Well, he has the Real News Network kissing his ass. I mean, you would think, since the prosecution is talking, you would want to record the prosecutor talking, not just show us Reyes' fucking head.
Oh, yeah. But also, if he's showing the video from his YouTube channel and he says, like, he basically, it's not been unaltered or whatever, like, you know, for the court, it's supposed to be like unaltered, whatever, but it was already altered when he put it out. So that's a problem.
And that's what he's trying to talk about. I'm going to play it back just a few seconds.
Yeah.
So
I
we can
agree,
hear
David. Liar is using a can of spray on hair because that does not look natural.
Yeah, it's GRL number 9.
Indicate to the court, I disagree. It's how it was uploaded to YouTube, because the YouTube video was cut. But if it's one of the raw videos he provided to me in discovery, and I'll accept his word on that, then I will accept the edits he made. And if I object during it, I'll object during it, and I know Your Honor will be able to accept that.
And you have that on a disk or
USB.
USB. And we have some method of displaying it.
I should be able to play through here if you want.
Yeah, I can give you USB. That would be great.
All right. So
He's like, wait, don't look at all the slots on the USB. There's some folders in there the court does not need to see.
Just one, any one of them. Video will be amended to defendant's exhibit A.
Judge, if I may just indicate that before this video, before the while this video was being taken, I instructed Mr. Glover to
record in front of me so it can capture what I was seeing. And you will see that in the video.
You mean you'll show the sign clearly?
Yeah, play the video, please.
How much you want to bet he's not going to show us what he's showing them?
Oh, absolutely not.
The video I received from Ms. Riggs was actually parts of the video before this, correct? And then where you're doing some narrating beforehand. Yeah, that was ended off at the request of the court, but I'm just saying this is a cut of this. It's not the complete video.
This is the cut of the third video I sent you that shows the entire interaction. There was other videos I sent you from before, correct?
Just come up like to the side of me real quick.
Oh, they're actually fucking showing it.
No, he's showing it
in front of me. Like
okay, right there, you see the sign that
so that way the camera
his star
can
witness
see
said he didn't
exactly
see
what I'm seeing. You know what I mean? So stay a little bit in front of me and just keep walking, and then I'll talk if I need to. Just because I want to make sure that, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to make sure that we're not crossing into any no trespassing signs. So as always, I want to be on the lookout for any no trespassing signs, restricted area. I don't see why I would see restricted area. So as always, you always want to be on the lookout for any no trespassing signs, restricted area signs. I don't see why there would be in this neighborhood here, but you know, we just want to ask some questions, see what's going on with this overtime allegation.
Mike,
Hopefully
this is
he
not the
answers
same
us.
video that was shown in court.
Is it me or is he sped up going up past that tree line?
Yeah, it did.
Over here the whole time. Okay.
Yeah.
Or they're walking super fucking fast because they're nervous.
So that's why he's bringing up the solar panel guy, because the house has solar panels.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I saw that.
So apparently this is what $220,000. So apparently this is what $200,000 gets you.
Why are you walking on his lawn? Why couldn't you go up the driveway?
Says here the Fahey's looks like we're in the right spot. Again, there aren't any no trespassing signs. We're just coming in peace to ask some questions.
Are you fucking?
I wonder what the fucking
was given what we talked about yesterday.
the mat on the front of the door says.
Past the sign and then back.
I would love to know that as well.
Sean Paul, not welcome.
Yeah.
But it just seems odd. Honestly, it just seems odd to me when you look at that. They're walking at a decent, like a normal gait when they're getting up, but as soon as they get towards that part of that tree line, it starts speeding up.
Yeah. And then it slows back down.
Weird.
And if you noticed, he went straight through the lawn so he wouldn't go past any windows.
Yep.
Because he's trying to do this whole ambush thing. Because why wouldn't you just go up the driveway to the walkway to the front door? Why do you have to cut through the grass?
Because he knows he's in the fucking wrong.
Because he knows he's not supposed to be there. Exactly. He knows that.
Down the driveway, but not the wrong direction, but to the center.
I understand there's not going to be interaction, right? Right, this is just going to be.
Well, you're going to see Brian Fahey act like an animal, but it's the entire way back from
him.
It's only 4 minutes, Judge. I just didn't want to cut.
John, there was an objection.
I didn't want to cut
Shut
the
the fuck
fight
up.
with the courts.
I kind of.
Oh,
can you pause it really quick?
His, ring
can you go back, see if we can get it close to that? I kind of want to see if I can clip this out and enhance it.
Enhance. Tap,
I might be able to.
Enhance.
That might work. That might work. Give me 1 second here.
Looks like just a basic welcome mat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a hold of it. All right, thank you. Sorry.
Can I help you?
Hey, Sergeant Fahey, how are you?
You gotta get off my property. Posted no trespassing.
Nope, there is no posted sign. There's no problem. Do you have any? Let's go. Do you have any comment on the allegations that you are?
You were told
I am moving. Do you have any comment on the allegations that you are receiving?
He
Couldn't
told
even
you
get
get
the
off the
question out,
property. You
ladies
need
and
to
gentlemen.
leave.
He was so angry, couldn't even get the question out.
Okay,
He says that
normal
there's no
gate,
trespassing
and then he
signs.
starts
Let's
slowing
see.
down.
Let's see if there's no trespassing signs. What a coward. He can assault me in broad daylight while receiving taxpayer money. But the minute an independent journalist comes to his home, and he's probably going to try and get me unlawfully arrested now. As you could see, I moved back his camera that says you're currently being recorded. I film this guy. You're crazy. What do you think I'm doing, you psycho? You have a weapon in your hand? What are you doing? What are you doing? I don't have any weapons. I'm a journalist. What do you think I'm doing, you psychopath? What do you think I'm doing?
Trespassing.
What do you think
Get
I'm
off my
doing?
property right now.
I'm off your property.
This is my property.
Well, do you see me
all
not
the way
moving?
to the cul-de-sac.
Calm down.
Get off my
that gun out
fucking
of your hand.
property.
Get that gun out of
Get
your hand,
off
you
my
psycho.
fucking property.
Get that gun
I'm
out of
a
your hand, you
goddamn
psycho.
Connecticut State
Gun's not
Trooper. Who you
pointed at you,
trespass?
I don't care who you are.
Fucking
I don't
property.
care who you
Get
are.
off my fucking
I don't
property.
care who you are.
Right now.
You spit in my
Get off
face.
my property.
That's where he spit in my face.
I'm going to object to the narration. So you didn't speak for yourself.
You're going to jail now.
Get
Look
off
at
my
this.
property
Look
right
at this. He spit in my
Get off my
face.
property.
You said you're
right
going
in
to
my
jail.
face. I'm spitting as I'm talking to you.
No, you spit
Get
in
off
my
my
face.
property.
You spit in
right
my face.
now.
You spit in my face.
Get off my
You're
property
going to jail.
right now.
I'm going.
Get off my property.
I've been going.
Wait. Did you see how he actually tried to sidestep and go around and stop? Did you guys just see that? Fahey had to shoulder bump him to keep him going.
Okay, we're gonna take it back.
Yeah, right there.
You said you're
right
going
in my
to jail.
face. I'm spitting as I'm talking to you.
No, you spit
Get
in my
off my
face.
Trying to try to sidestep.
You spit in my face.
Get off my
You're
property
going to jail.
right now.
I'm going.
Get off my
I've
property.
been going.
Right
Since the
now.
moment you told me.
Get off
That's
my
not how
property.
criminal trespass
right
works.
now.
Psycho.
Get
You're
off
a
my
psycho,
property.
bro. You're
right
Look
now.
at the gun in his hand.
Yeah, the gun's in his hand. but
SD
it's not-
Suman, guilty as hell. Absolutely.
If you're told to leave private property,
You
it
don't
means
walk
immediately
backwards.
leave. That's fine if you want to call us bootlickers. We're just using rational thought and observation. You're welcome to stay if you want to have a conversation with the rest of the people here. But this is what I'm seeing as a rational human being.
Yep.
Nah.
I'm seeing a man who was told to leave, and instead of leaving immediately like he should have, like he was, then he slows down to just start talking to the camera. All he had to do was just keep walking off the property, go to the end of the cul-de-sac where he's legal, and then he could stay and talk to the camera all he wants.
Yep. 100%, sir. You nailed it.
I'm going to address this right here. I saw it. Yes, he is leaving at first, but then when he slows down to talk to the camera, he's delaying his exit.
And he's trying to sidestep so he can still talk to Fahey. If he was truly leaving, he'd turn the fuck around and walk at a brisk pace because he knows he is trespassing. Fahey told him, "You are trespassing. Get the hell off my property." He's trying to sidestep, slow down, and continue to engage with him. That's what it is.
If he was a law-abiding citizen, he wouldn't have entered the property in the first place.
Right.
Yeah,
Big ass titties.
Hold on. Go on, Hank.
Yeah, just common sense. A homeowner has a gun in their hand telling you to get off the property. You get the fuck off the property.
Yup. 100%.
The only reason he's saying that shit about, get the gun away and all that is for the camera. You can clearly see the gun is in his hand, pointed down, not at Sean. He's not waving it around.
At no point is it ever pointed at Sean.
Lisa.
Exactly.
Also,
thank you for the 440 joules.
Ooh, that uncle alert. I love that uncle alert. Also, the reason why Fahey has it is because Sean's fucking followers and everything have been massively harassing him, sending him death threats. Sean has multiple times basically accosted fucking Fahey and shown up and caused bullshit and trouble. This man has every fucking right to defend himself from this piece of trash and his fucking followers after what they did to this man. 100%.
Yeah, Kiska says it best. 2 unknown men, one a convicted felon, trespassed on his property. He has every right to grab his gun.
Yeah. And then
if you zoom in, the safety was never undone. Ooh, no shit.
Got another super chat, $4.99 from
I
SD
got you.
Suman.
LI's cult followers say he's fighting for all of us. I always respond with, where in the Constitution does it say that trespassing is okay? We agree.
Look, I will say this, and I've always maintained this. I've always thought Fahey went over the line when he spit on Sean. That
Correct.
I will say he shouldn't have done. And I've always maintained that. But Sean shouldn't have come to the property in the first place. Sean should have left after being told the first time to get off the property. Fahey told him 3 times to get off the property before he actually started to walk backwards and leave. You hear it clear as day. Fahey say, "You're not welcome here. Get off the property. You're not welcome. Leave my property. You're trespassing. Leave the property."
David just brings up a good point, and I think I brought that up a while back. He told him to leave, and he said no. I believe I actually said that a couple times too. Yeah, you're 100% correct. You are correct.
Yep.
And yes, Fahey was punished for spitting on Sean.
If he was leaving, like he should have left, this wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
Lord Varys, LIA's favorite song is "You Gotta Fight for Your Right to Trespass."
I'm still gonna say this to this day. LIA is just mad because Fahey spit on his face and not in his mouth. Just saying.
Thank you, Michael, for the 10 joules. Press F. But no, this is clear evidence. You hear it clear as day in the video. Fahey tells him to leave 3 times. He refuses to leave until almost the 4th time he says it, and then Fahey goes inside. And instead of Sean saying, "Okay, fine, let's just get off the property. Let's walk fast, get off here, go to the end of the cul-de-sac," where he would have been perfectly legal to stand there and do a video saying whatever he wanted to say.
Yep.
That would have been perfectly fine. But the fact that when he was walking, he stops and then starts talking to the camera and slowing down his gait, he's not leaving promptly. He is trying to prolong his stay.
Correct. It's for clicks and views. It's all it is for. He's got a fucking personal vendetta against Fahey, and he wants the fucking clicks and views for it. It's what it is. He's not doing all this stuff for like journalism's sakes. No, he wants the bullshit caught on camera.
Okay, I'm going to address this.
Litigious fuck. Okay.
And he was charged with disorderly conduct. He took a diversion program, and he's got, I think it's like 18 months of this diversion program, like probation. As long as he stays out of trouble for that 18 months, it will be expunged from his record. Sean was offered almost the exact same deal. All he had to do was plead guilty, admit guilt to the crime. That was it. Just admit guilt. And It would have been on his record for a year and then taken away. No jail time, no fines, no probation.
Mrs. Tom, spit in
Yeah,
my
Mrs.
face
Tom
and
is a
tell me
G.
that you love me.
So if you gave him money for his lawyers and you've watched this, I am sorry for you for losing your money.
And isn't what he did with his GoFundMe kind of fraudulent? Because he said he was going to hire a lawyer and do all that shit. And yet, suck it, Phil, DJ is an incredible lover. Yes, I am.
Ooh.
Yes, I am. Last night was amazing.
Alrighty then.
It's a bench trial.
Yeah. Cute cat, by the way.
Can you go back up and have a look at Kiska's comment?
Which one was it?
Legally speaking, it was fine walking backwards.
Legally speaking, he was fine walking backwards. However, he
Yes.
slowed his pace and tried to sidestep Fahey. Yep. Yep.
What's the act of leave?
Okay. If he's leaving the property in a timely manner, that's what it means. So if he wanted to walk backwards, say, okay, I've got this issue. I'm gonna walk backwards. You walk in front of me, make sure I don't trip over anything, or have the cameraman record and him walking forward. That would have been fine. But the fact that when Sean was told to leave, and he starts to leave, and then he slows down just to talk to the camera, that is delaying his exit. Because if you told me to leave your house and I say fine, and then I start walking back, I walk out the door and I turn around, I walk backwards, and I start slowly just so I can yell at you and talk to you. Am I leaving in a timely manner?
Yeah. Mr. Thomas over in my chat brought up a very good point. Remember, Sean had a problem when the police went on his private property.
Yeah.
I still have fond memories of when he went to get his billboard truck out and the battery was dead.
You know,
Yeah, that was pretty
that's fine if that's your opinion. You're welcome to it.
Absolutely.
But this is the same thing that got him in trouble in New York. He had a 360 camera at that time. Why couldn't he just bring a 360 camera and point it behind him? That way he has it on video if he tries anything. Or when he was at the PBA office, he could have had the 360 camera mounted onto his shoulder and recording from him from behind as he's leaving. That way there's documented proof that, hey, I'm leaving. And if somebody tries something, there's video evidence of it and I can have them prosecuted.
Yep. Also, calling people bootlickers because we don't believe in the bullshit Sean is saying is just dumb and childish. Abolish qualified immunity.
Hey, that's your opinion. That's your opinion. You know what? If that's what you believe should happen, fine. But I am telling you this. If it was your property and somebody that you've had multiple altercations with comes to your property and you tell them to leave and they do the exact same thing he did, would you react the same way as Brian Fahey? Ask yourself that one question. That's all I ask of you.
Oh my God. So Mrs. Tom said Sean needs a BBL.
He's probably grifted for it. Let's get some F's in chat.
That's right. Get some F's in chat. Remember to hit the like and subscribe and show NCR some love, y'all.
Goddamn right! I'm a Connecticut State Trooper.
I don't give a shit who you are.
Trespassing on my property.
That doesn't matter. You can't
threatened
break
to
the law.
kill me.
I didn't.
You threatened to kill me online.
Right? No, I
Get
did
off my
not.
fucking
You're a
property
liar.
right now.
You are a liar.
Right now.
Where's the sign, by the way?
Chuck, it's all being recorded.
I don't care.
It's all being. I
Get
know you
off
don't
my
care
property
because you don't face any
right now.
consequences.
Get
You
off
don't
my
face any
property
consequences
right now.
Don't
This is
spit
the
in my
biggest
face.
mistake you ever
No,
made.
no, it's not.
This is
It's the biggest mistake you ever made. No,
Get
it's
off
not.
my property right now.
It's not the biggest mistake
Get
I
off
ever
my
made.
property right
It's
now.
not the biggest mistake. It's
Get
biggest
off
mistake. You
my
are spit in my face.
I
You
didn't spit in your face.
You disgusting.
I was spitting on you.
Yeah.
Why I'm yelling at you to get off my property right
Get
now.
off. I'm off your property now.
That concludes the video, Judge. Judge, in that video, there is nowhere that could be, there is no, the white and black no trespassing sign is clearly not posted on the tree. It's clearly not visible. The camera was pointed in the direction.
Hey, Blackheart
way
Knight.
back.
Blackheart.
Same direction where the
Blackheart
officers
Knight in the
and,
house.
Mrs. Fahey and Mr. Fahey testified that the sign was located on the left side of the driveway. And it's clearly not visible. It wasn't visible in the video. It wasn't visible to me at that day. I only became aware that there was a no trespassing sign after I received the highly redacted body camera footage through a open records request.
That's not true at all. At all.
It's not a selective hearing because Fahey told you were trespassing.
And I just want to clarify for the court that if I would have seen a no trespassing sign or any sign that would indicate to me that my implied license and when my knowledge of an understanding of my implied license to do a knock and talk, it comes from a case that I had read, Florida v. Jardines.
Again, this is argument and not testimony.
Well, I'm testifying as to what I knew and what I at the time.
I want him to bring this up so I can just destroy him.
Yes, please do, because I was thinking about doing the same thing, but I know for a fact you've gone over this before.
In this case, do not fit the legal requirements of criminal trespass. You'll have an opportunity to make that argument.
I think I'm just trying to testify to the fact of knowledge of my license or privilege to be on the property, Judge. I'm not trying to make a legal argument. I'm just trying to.
I've been called fake news by Chili too, so it doesn't bother me. I don't call myself a journalist. I'm just a guy on the internet.
And I understand from your testimony that you did not see the no trespassing sign you testified. And that if you had seen the no trespassing sign or other sign that supported your belief or supported in your mind that you were not welcome on the property, you would have gone on the property. So I understand that that's what you're arguing, or excuse me, what you're testifying to. So perhaps we could save the legal citation for later.
Judge, as you saw in the video, the driveway is very long. It branches off to two different directions. I guess I'll just finish with this, Judge. On July 11, 2025, in my capacity as an independent journalist who routinely knocks on public servants' homes, public servants.
I'm doing this now because he said it.
Yep, please do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the video. And just remember, anyone who calls himself a journalist is a
Love you, Isaac.
So, I don't call myself a journalist. I'm just a guy on the internet. Could look up some shit on Google.
Pretty much, yeah. We're just a bunch of smart asses.
I believe to have engaged in this conduct to get further comment. I was doing my job that day. I knocked on the door.
It's MRT.
I left. When it became known to me that my license or privilege was revoked, I immediately left. I continuously left until I was off of Mr. Fahey's property. That's all I have to do.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
And turn over to you, Attorney Fahey.
Thank you. Mr. Reyes, let's start with the animosity between you and Sergeant Fahey. You, back in approximately 2021, went to the state police headquarters to try to make a complaint about something that maybe happened at the airport, something along those lines. Is that correct?
Yes, in 2021, I was unlawfully detained.
I'm not asking that, sir. I'm asking, did you go and make your opinion of what you were or weren't doesn't matter. What I'm asking you is, did you go to state police headquarters?
Thank you.
Yes or no, to make a complaint about something that happened at the airport?
My answer is that
yes, right? Yes.
My answer
That's your answer,
my
sir.
answer is.
I'd ask the court to direct them to answer the question as asked.
And so I think that the disconnect is that if you're asked a question that requires a discrete answer, I'd ask that you answer it discreetly. You'll have an opportunity, to the extent that it's not objectionable, to offer further explanation in redirect. but to the extent that you can discreetly answer the question being asked of you, especially if it is a yes or no, and ask that you do that, sir.
I don't think it's a yes or no, but I understand. Judge, may I grab a pen from the table?
I wonder if he's gonna fucking. I was about to say he's gonna mouth something to the.
Yes or no, you
like
want
he
to say,
did
please,
fucking
head.
Why are you so aggressive?
Mr. Ray, why don't you just answer my questions and stop engaging in commentary with me?
But can you please be polite?
I am polite, sir. Why don't you answer my question? I asked a very polite question, and you just continue to ignore it. Yes or no, you went to state police headquarters to make a complaint about something that happened to you at Bradley.
Yes.
And you attempted to try to film in the lobby, correct?
What lobby?
Of the state police headquarters.
While I was making the complaint, yes.
Because it would be normal to film in a restricted area while you're making a complaint about something that happened at a totally different location, correct, sir?
Public lobby is not a restricted area.
Is it a locked door to get in, sir? Is there a metal detector to get in, sir?
That doesn't make it restricted.
Well, that's your opinion, sir.
Any member of the public can walk into that lobby.
And not videotape. Did you try to enter post at some time to videotape despite that being locked?
Can you repeat the question?
Did you try to enter post at some point in Meriden, which is a police training facility, to try to videotape?
I was
Did you attempt to?
I was let into that facility, correct.
Okay, but did you try to enter, in fact, on your video, you're rattling a locked door, correct? And then ultimately you're let in.
Correct.
Let's go back to the interaction. So when you go to the state police, the person who confronts you and has a physical altercation with you is Sergeant Fahey, correct?
What do you mean by physical altercation?
Did you get involved in a shoving match of some sort, or did he shove you, or however you want to characterize it? Was there physical contact with you as you asked during your, or talked about during your direct, or
Yes.
asked during the day?
Yes. Sergeant Brian Fahey made violent
My
physical
question is,
contact.
did you had contact with you, correct?
Yes, he made contact with me violently.
And at some point, you claimed he broke your phone during the altercation too? Yes or
Yes.
no? And as a result of that altercation, at some point, you filed a civil lawsuit?
Yes.
And you went back to headquarters another time, and at that point, during that video, you indicated, and maybe we'll run into Sergeant Fahey again? Do you recall that?
He does work there, so yes. I went there to file a FOIL request.
Okay. But you made that comment on your video, correct?
He did work there.
That's not my question.
Yes.
Again, please answer my question and I'll be
I
polite.
just did, yes.
Was the civil lawsuit pending before or after that second encounter?
It was not pending at that time.
Okay. You filed.
Sean, you're lucky, Fahey. Prosecutor Fahey forgot this. You also threatened to fight him.
Yep.
You challenged him to a fight.
Yes,
you told him, take off that badge and gun and let's go out. Let's go have a fight. Let's get in a boxing ring.
Did he say he was going to sweep? Was he going to sweep the leg?
I'll pull it up. I'm going to pull it up.
Yeah. Because, we believe in the actual truth and transparency. So, yeah, let's do it. I like, Kessler was like, I like how he made him admit that he claimed Fahey broke his phone when his phone was not in reality broken, right?
Mm-hmm.
I love this attorney. I absolutely just.
Yeah.
He is making me, as I like to say,
moist.
Yeah. Just moist.
You also love.
What was that, sir?
He lied to get in there.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me pull this up here.
Yeah.
And he says he destroyed the prosecution. Okay.
Yeah.
I know some of Sean's followers are in here. I'm gonna pull this down and bring up the other screen.
Yes, you heard moist.
Broad daylight.
Okay.
Broad daylight, man.
Watch when he has
He's so mad.
when he signed in as Benjamin Franklin. Is his name Benjamin Franklin or is it Shaw Paul Reyes?
It is Sean Paul Reyes.
Why are you so mad, Sergeant?
Yeah.
I hope you have a great day.
Oh, yeah, after you assaulted me, right? Yes, you did. You did it last time. You did it again. Because you're scared. You wouldn't do it without a uniform.
Because I'm what?
You're scared. You wouldn't do it without that gun on your hip and that badge.
You wouldn't do it without that
You
phone?
wouldn't do it. Let's take them all off.
Oh!
So, Trooper, I'm going to be on my way in a second. I just had a question for you.
Ooh.
So you're telling
Dearly
me,
beloved.
for the record, for
No.
court documents, just
I
have
was
it
gonna name
memorialized.
I was going to
here.
marry Damien
You
up
just
to her.
watched a man assault me and grab my camera, interfering with a constitutionally protected activity. You're a law enforcement officer, took an oath.
So let me pull this. We're going to get to it where he signs in.
He's cute.
Fahey as the violent criminal that he.
All right, that's not it. In the original video, he
Yeah.
posted, he signs in as Benjamin Franklin. He's not Ben Franklin. That's lying on not attorney documents, but government documents, right?
Yep.
Yep.
He did it twice because I know he did it in the Connecticut. He did it in Connecticut. And he did it in Florida. So,
Sky God says that the Supreme Court has established that it isn't.
Costanza, he's not Violent J. He is NCR housing.
That's not my question, sir. Could you please answer my question? We'll get through this a lot quicker. Did you file it afterwards? Yes or no?
Yes.
You can keep mumbling under your breath as much as you want, sir. You are. Please answer my question as the judge instructed you.
A question I'm answering.
No, you're not. You're commenting afterwards. Feel free to do that during argument. So at the time of July 11, 2025, you had a civil lawsuit pending against Brian Fahey,
back and
and
forth.
you had two encounters with him that you videotaped at State Police Headquarters, correct?
I had a pending civil rights lawsuit for violation of rights. That's correct. And I did not have a physical encounter with him.
Did you have an encounter with him that was argumentative the second time?
I didn't argue with him.
That's not my question. Was there words between you? What was the point in videotaping and hoping you saw Brian Fahey that day?
You're characterizing it as hoping. No, I didn't characterize it as hoping to see Brian Fahey. That's your testimony here today.
NCR, David wants to know
On July
about
11,
X account.
2025.
yes, I do have an X account. Let me pull it up here. I'm streaming live there as well.
It's Long Dick Daddy.
No. If you want to go to my profile on X, it is NCR News. It's NCR_news_net. That is my official account there. If you want to watch it there, you can watch it there. You can watch it here.
You can watch it everywhere.
You can watch it in a train with a bear.
You can watch it on his new proprietary channel called Only
Do
God.
it, and I will.
Only flamingos.
Yeah, only flamingos. Only
Also,
curses.
Matter of fact, we're watching it now.
Two encounters with Sergeant Fahey at State Police Headquarters, and did you have a civil lawsuit pending against him?
Ooh. Yes. NCOP has a good
and
point.
You drove, as you term it, a journalist, you drove an LED
Signed into an
showing
NY
that encounter
state
to
as
Brian
Ben
Fahey's
Franklin
house
got
on July 11th.
trespassed.
Yep. I remember that.
Yeah, the probation office, didn't he? Was that
Yep.
one?
He's done it a couple times where he's gotten kicked out basically because of it.
Lord Varys.
Yes, spam the flamingos.
of 2025, correct?
That is correct. I would just like to clarify. I didn't drive
No,
it to
there's
his-
no question pending, sir.
I want to clarify my previous answer. I didn't drive it up his driveway to his house.
I didn't ask you that. I said
I
to
was
his
over
house.
to the public street in front of his house. Correct.
Did you do some research on how to get to his house?
What do you mean?
Well, you had to figure out his address at some point, right?
That's public record.
Yeah, how'd you do that?
I went to the town of Groton.
You made a separate trip to the town of Groton to find out where he lived, or did
That's
you do
right.
it that day?
I don't recall.
Well, do you recall driving to Mystic once or twice?
I didn't have the billboard truck with me, so I must have been a separate day.
Do any
Mention the
Google
billboard truck.
searches of his property?
Drink.
Not that I recall.
In fact, about a week after the July 11th, 2025 incident, Brian Fahey was scheduled to be deposed by you in your civil lawsuit, yes or no?
I don't know the exact date of when he was supposed to be deposed.
Was it a short time after the July 11th date?
It was after that date. I don't know when it was.
Was it a year after that, or was it within weeks after that?
I don't know.
What, has it happened, or was it scheduled to happen before now?
Yes.
So we're about a year and a month out from that incident, correct?
Correct.
It was much closer to the time that he was scheduled to be deposed, correct?
I don't recall.
But he was scheduled to be deposed before you went up on his property. Scheduled to be deposed.
Possibly.
Do you recall making comments to Sergeant D'Angelo that day that you didn't like Brian Fahey and he didn't like you?
I don't recall.
Does it sound like something you might have said?
It's possible. I don't recall everything I said.
Did you like Brian Fahey on July 11th of 2025?
I don't like Brian. I didn't like on July 11, 2025. I didn't like Brian Fahey's actions as a law enforcement officer.
That's what that was about? The whole thing was about his actions as a law enforcement officer.
Yeah, and the lack of accountability he gets when he engages in criminal conduct.
So you keep referring to criminal conduct. The reality is, with respect to the overtime, did you do any research into union contracts in the state of Connecticut as it relates to police officers and their departments on how they accrue overtime? Yes or no?
Of course not.
Did you?
Yes.
You looked into union contracts?
I looked into the payroll.
No, that's not my question. You specifically looked into union contracts as to how officers may accrue overtime as it relates to their pension.
Not yet.
No, not yet.
Thanks for the tip.
No, you're welcome. Because the reality is, sir, you're not really a journalist, right? Journalists vet things.
Well,
Let me
testifying as to what
I'm asking leading questions. Journalists vet things, don't they?
And I did.
Okay. The allegations you hurl out in your videos, nice videos like, TSA's doing a really good job. That wouldn't get a lot of clicks because that's how you get paid, right? You get paid by clicks, among other things.
Just like journalists.
Journalists on CBS are getting paid by clicks?
Of course they are. Ad revenue, of course, counselor.
Well, that'd be CBS. That's not the journalists. But the reality, sir, is that you keep laughing. I know it's funny to you, but the reality is your videos.
No idea what you're talking about.
You started GoFundMe pages before you had encounters with people to cover legal expenses.
Yes.
Yes, before you've ever encountered them.
Finally.
Have you started GoFundMe pages afterwards?
Oh my God, I am loving this prosecutor more and more.
Holy shit. Ooh. Oh, he did his research on Sean. Holy fuck.
And I think Kelso just poked his head in the back of the courtroom and yelled, "Burn!"
Nice.
And Sean says this is him like kicking ass at trial and just destroying the prosecution.
Yeah.
For Fahey getting all that evidence against you, Sean.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Nice.
Yeah, lawyers are expensive.
You here you are representing yourself. You said that as much. You saw the
I saw the sign.
Yep.
I clearly saw. I opened up my eyes and I saw the sign. Yes, sir.
Great.
Oh, you motherfucker. You fucker.
And so you did no further looking as you talked about how important it is to look for trespassing signs. You did no
Why
other
did they
looking for
jump
any
cut
signs
from that question
was
to
5
that
feet
part?
in front of that sign, right?
I'm not going to dig through the bushes.
You want to do a thorough investigation whether you should be on someone's property, right? Now, you say you're always respectful in your videos, right?
I try to be always respectful.
Really? So last night's video, when you said that the Fahey's daughter, you heard it's really easy to get with her. That's being respectful or has anything to do with this case?
What does that have to do?
Did you say it?
Shit.
Did you say it?
Can you let him rule on the objection, or you're going to be aggressive? You're better than this, counselor. Come on.
You think that's aggressive?
Did you say it?
I was reading a comment.
Did you say it?
I was reading a comment from one of the viewers.
Quite a journalist.
Yes or no? Did you say it? Damn it.
How many lawsuits have you filed, sir, out of these cases where you go in for all your videos? How many lawsuits have you filed?
I couldn't tell you.
Lots, huh?
Probably on one hand I can count.
Okay, and you threatened to file another one last night in that video when you were being respectful?
No, I didn't threaten.
Yes, yes you did.
No, I
You
said I
said,
was going to file.
okay. And when you were found not guilty, you were gonna file a lawsuit, and you were gonna own that house, and you were gonna go back to that circle the minute the protective order was over, correct?
The protest, this is my First Amendment right, correct? Not the property.
You are a convicted felon, you have a
Objection.
conviction for attempted robbery in the first degree out of the state of
Objection,
New
Your
York.
Honor.
Goes to credibility.
A 15-year-old.
You were released in 2016, sir.
A 15-year-old, and I was convicted for more than 15 years ago. When I made
In 2016.
I wasn't convicted of any lies. I wasn't convicted of any fraud.
Robbery is inherently goes to credibility in the state
It
of
was 15 years ago, Judge.
Were you convicted of attempted robbery in the state of New York?
That's correct.
And you've also been arrested for criminal trespass in the state of New York?
When?
Recently?
Multiple times,
Very
probably,
recently.
but at least in 2023.
Was I arrested or
Yes,
convicted?
arrested.
Thank you, Gia, for the
Yeah.
1,000
Was not
jewels.
convicted.
Corrugate.
You were arrested though, goes to knowledge, Judge. Were you convicted of simple trespass in Danbury within the last couple of years?
Get him.
Violation.
Were you convicted of simple trespass?
Yes.
Have you been arrested for criminal trespass charges in addition to the two I've noted? Or other simple trespass?
Well, yeah, law enforcement was violating my rights.
That's not my
all the time.
question. Were you arrested for it?
Yes, I violate my rights all the time.
That's not
Is
my
he-
question, sir.
Is he
Yes
going to
or
ask
no?
about the apology
Arrested
video?
other
People like
times?
you.
I hope he does.
Fuck, I hope so.
This is beautiful.
That'd be the.
This prosecutor is literally just giving him the rope to hang himself with. And it is just beautiful.
I am saying this now. Sean is not demolishing, he's not destroying the prosecution. Okay.
Nope.
He is trying to avert every question that would go to his credibility. He's trying to be a little smart aleck. I mean, little being the operative word when it comes to Sean's gut, but
Because he's a bitch.
I'm saying this now. He's in the wrong. He knows he's in the wrong. The prosecutor's calling up all this stuff and he's trying to deflect it because he knows if he answers correctly and honestly,
Yep.
the judge is going to say, wait a minute, you have this pattern of doing this.
That's exactly what it is. Also, got to give a shout out to all the fans out there who contacted this prosecutor and got him the video of what Sean was saying after the first day.
I've been emailed by several of the viewers from that night. They've sent copies to the prosecutor, to the court. They contacted the detectives.
Y'all did awesome work.
Yes.
Yes.
I think a lot of us
Buy him a
are.
steak dinner.
Buy that man a bottle of scotch.
Yep.
I don't know if he drinks or not. Whatever you drink.
Let us know.
Hate it when you get challenged. You hate it.
Sir, were you arrested more times than that for simple trespass or criminal trespass?
Yes.
How many would you estimate?
Maybe once. One more time. I'm not sure.
What did you mouth Sergeant Fahey on the stand yesterday?
Yes.
Yes.
That you recall? I mean, it was yesterday. Did you or didn't you?
Would you like to see the video?
I'm just asking the question, sir.
I don't recall nothing in it.
Would it be fair to say you have absolute disdain?
What was with that
for
cut
Sergeant
right
Fahey?
there?
No, I don't hate anyone. I hate the conduct of certain people.
Have you launched allegations on your video after the encounters with Sergeant Fahey that you claim people have told you about, but you don't know for sure? Like that he was with hookers or that he sold drugs when he was at New London Police Department out of the evidence room. Things along those lines. Have you said that?
Yeah, people give me information and I share that information. That's what the journalists do.
And you vetted it beforehand?
That's why I said there were allegations, sir. I didn't say, I specifically
Bullshit.
didn't say that. I confirmed it.
What
Sure,
the
there are
fuck
allegations.
ever? What the fuck ever?
I have done videos of him right now. I've done it. I've covered the videos of him saying Brian Fahey sold drugs when he was 20 years old.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is the product of NCR Housing Curse LA. Yes, it is. But also, going to that city council meeting and calling that lady his fucking mistress.
He is accused some random woman in Melbourne, Florida, of being Mayor Alfred's mistress because she told him to shut up.
Exactly. He has a habit of doing this and not saying like, well, he'll be like, allegedly, wink, wink.
Oh, no.
He has a habit of doing this to everybody.
That time he didn't even allege it. He said, oh, you must be the mistress. Hi, mistress. Yep. His exact words verbatim.
Yep. I remember that video too.
Just remember, people, for every super chat, you get a free curse.
He said
they gotta
in
say
multiple
who's
videos.
gotta be cursed.
He has said in multiple videos, in multiple live streams, we've covered it. I've covered it on my channel. He has said Brian Fahey, when he was 20, was arrested for selling drugs. If he's an actual journalist, like he claims, like the prosecutor saying, are you vetting this information or are you just putting it out there?
I honestly hope the prosecutor brings up him saying that he sold drugs. I hope he does.
No, he's not going to be going back to Melbourne, Florida, to my knowledge, anytime soon. In fact, he owes Mayor Alfred's lawyer $41,000 plus.
That's right, he does.
So let's see. I cursed him in what, June?
Yes.
Yep.
About that time, yeah.
I cursed him in June. He loses that case. He loses New York for the right to record. He's got the case kicked back down to the lower court for criminal charges. Let's see. Got arrested at the PBA. Got his billboard truck towed. Now he owes $41,000 in damages. He's losing this case. Just gonna say it, boys.
Very much so.
Curse is real.
Dude, I will never ever doubt in my mind that your cursing is 100% real. Because, damn, son.
Just say.
Everyone's innocent until proven guilty in court of law.
Well, it's not that. I mean, you haven't come up with one shred of proof.
Also, can I point out right now,
you said on those videos?
sir, I want to say congratulations because right now you have over 500 people watching your live.
I greatly appreciate that. You are also very beautiful people. You're very fine people. I welcome you all. If you're pro auditor, you're welcome. If you're not pro auditor, you're welcome. Just keep it simple and enjoy the shit show.
Yeah, seriously, love all y'all. Seriously. Thank you for showing my boys some love.
And one of those people is the Lady of Moist herself, Cicero.
Damien, you're in trouble. She gets after you.
That's correct. Did you go research any of that?
Research which one?
Any of them?
So the only proof I need is the proof that Sergeant Face spit in my face.
No, that's
you
not,
covered
sir.
for him.
No, sir.
You
That's not
covered
the
for
question,
him. He
sir.
menaced me with a firearm, and you covered for him.
Oh.
Wow. How did he cover for him?
Are you done defending criminals?
Menaced him with a firearm?
Well, there you go.
That's my job.
Confronting a trespasser on your private property with a firearm is completely legal.
Yeah.
That and the fact that it never left his side.
It was never raised at him.
Nope, not at all.
Exactly. So how's he menacing?
We don't know if there was one in the chamber. We don't know if it was none of that. He kept it at his side.
If there wasn't one in the chamber, shame on him.
Yeah, I know. I agree, but still.
And I remember a previous comment said if you zoomed in, you could see it was on the safety he was on.
Yeah.
If you notice his hand, you didn't see his finger on the trigger. You saw on the side of the gun.
No, he has great trigger discipline.
Yeah.
So we're going to address the first. Because Steven Sales is asking to get a free curse. Because I'm feeling so generous with all the love. LIA.
You are cast.
Don't think that.
Love it. Love it.
And then we got a super chat here.
He can take everything from Reyes in a defamation case, then park his own billboard truck outside Reyes' house, trolling Reyes.
I'd love to get a billboard truck, park it outside of Reyes' house, and just have NCR housing cursing him over and over and over again, playing on it.
He did say you could take a billboard truck to his house. He'd rather that than be arrested.
Or you just go outside and just play Ace of Base, the sign.
Yes. Ooh, combine the two. Have an AI thing of NCR housing
him singing it,
covering the song.
If that's to be done, I need a group of mini housings with me.
Dude, I will literally figure out a way to do that.
I opened up my
You have overwhelming animosity for Mr. Fahey and what you claim his actions are.
Is it for his actions? I don't have animosity for his actions. I don't think you can have animosity for actions. I disdain the actions that he has engaged in multiple times unprovoked against me. Yes, those actions are reprehensible and he should be held accountable for them. He's a cop. So he's not held accountable for them. And the world sees it. The world sees it.
I have no further questions.
Judge, I would like to address the felony conviction that State's Attorney Beatty brought up. When I was 20 years old, I made a bad decision. And the difference between me and Brian Fahey and every other cop that engaged in misconduct, I made a bad decision. I took accountability for it. I paid my debt to society, and since that day, 15 years ago, I have not been convicted of any crimes.
Bullshit!
I have a wife. I have 2 children. I've been invited to speak as a convicted felon at police departments, ride-alongs.
Whole line, Judge. It's simply a character.
I haven't seen that video yet.
I'm rebutting my character, so you can understand who I am.
Court will allow what you've said already. The court's not going to permit us to go too far down this.
Understood, Judge. Being a convicted felon.
Oh.
Press NH now. Mark Manchild.
You are cast.
I have a family who loves me. I have friends who love me, who trust me. Haven't been convicted of any crime since, and I've since worked with police departments across this
But
country.
you were
and
convicted of
police departments
trespassing
onto
in
my
Danbury,
channel
Connecticut.
to speak and bridge
A
the
crime.
gap between law enforcement and the public. I don't just put out negative content. It's just
Yes, you
unfortunate
do.
that when I do put out negative content, it's because of the actions of the other officers involved on the scene. I have no animosity for Mr. Fahey. I did never spit in his face. I never pulled a gun on him.
He didn't pull a gun on you, you moron.
Yeah, well,
technically,
yes, he
buddy,
did.
You
Yeah.
are a state's attorney acting like a child.
Wow, he's really going to do this.
Well, let's address Damien's comment because technically he did draw a gun on him. He didn't point it at him, but he did have his weapon with him. He did have it out. It was a show of deterrence and intimidation to get him off of his property.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. He drew his gun. He didn't draw down on on fucking LA. Damn, all these acronyms.
Thank you for the 2 pounds. Tyrant Terminator.
You are cast.
But yeah, I'm going to pull it back 5 seconds so we can hear what was said. But yeah, he did have his gun out. We'll give him that. But at what point in that entire video did you see Fahey actually point his gun at Sean?
Not at all.
Never. He didn't even raise it.
Would he have been authorized to? I think so.
Yes.
I'm not sure the particulars in his state. I know in Texas, you can.
In Ohio and in Florida, you can, because Florida is a stand your ground state. Ohio is a castle doctrine state, which a lot of the states in the northeast, when you start going towards the Midwest, are castle doctrine. And Ohio's castle doctrine, which I think is actually unique, and I find it really something that people need to worry about. Yeah. If you want to go and try to pull some of this crap like Sean's doing, it states I'm saying that's how it said, if I, as the person in my property, feel like myself, my family, or my property are in danger, I can use appropriate force. And if a family member tells me they are terrified and I go out with a ball bat, a machete, firearm, and I deter them off my property, it's perfectly legal. If they come onto the property and they get close to the point where I feel I need to protect myself, well then, hope you got insurance.
And a clean pair of pants.
So I'm,
yeah.
It's so funny. You are a state's attorney acting like a child. You're acting like a child. You're not supposed to be speaking right now, are you? Thanks. Appreciate it. Judge, the state's attorney, John Fahey, I don't even know if he has a relation to Mr. Fahey. Who knows? We don't have a 23andMe DNA test. But he's trying to disparage my character for some
Judge,
bad
just to be
decision.
honest, this is an argument. If you wish I agree, this is an argument.
I never hoped for Brian Fahey to come out and see him that day.
Yeah, I just got to do some FOIA requests and things like that.
Bailiff, whack him in the PP.
Camera footage and Sergeant Brian Fahey's disciplinary record. Yeah, I have to conduct business here, Sergeant.
Sir, what can we do for you? Come on.
Oh, you're the sergeant of pistol permits, aren't you?
Come on. Go ahead. Come on, sir.
Sir,
Excuse me, sir. You have to get out of the way.
Sir, I know your inclination is wanting to assault me, Sergeant. Stop pushing me. I'm trying to get in.
Okay, I saw one for FAPA as well, so I'm going to combine them since those two are fanboys of each other.
Yes, they are.
Pepper, chili.
You are cashed.
But
Never gets old.
Would their dating name be Philly?
Possibly.
Kappa.
I mean, I don't know how Chili's going to feel about his new blonde look.
Or maybe Chappa.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's a
Kappa.
good one.
Chappy.
What about Chalupa?
Wait, hold up. Kisker, why the hell does Chili owe you $2,000? Ooh, that is a
Damn.
I would like to talk to you about that. Because that's interesting.
In the building. You have no business here. I do have business here. Stop acting like a savage. What are you doing?
I want to hold every action I took was to bring awareness, including my beautiful 14-foot LED billboard truck, showing what Brian
He called
Fady's
it beautiful.
misconduct was to bring awareness to the residents, to the public at large.
He
He's
calls
not
it
special.
NCR.
He's not the
I
only
knew
person
it.
I've ever heard protesting
Fucking knew it.
peacefully with a billboard truck. I've never engaged in violence against a public official. I have never even, that I can recall, cursed at a public official. I don't. I try and remain.
That's bullshit.
Calling them scumbags and,
Savages.
insulting their family, insulting their careers.
Fucking tyrants.
Yep.
I do believe at one point you did swear at some officers in Louisiana.
Mhm.
There were some. Oh, what about the cops when you were doing the protest in Minnesota?
Ooh.
Because there were cops in your side chat and you were cussing them out. Would they count as public officials?
Didn't he cuss at the cops that he claimed threw him down the steps in Louisiana?
Yes.
Yes. Connecticut General Statute 2935 permits a person to carry and intentionally display a firearm while in their dwelling or on land that they possess their own. Yep.
He's perfectly legal for doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's freedom of speech until it becomes fighting words. How about the fact that when he lost his defamation case for the whole thing in Melbourne, his followers, which he encouraged to contact Mayor Alfrey, were wishing death upon him, his wife, referring to her as a whore, telling him it's coffin time.
Yep. I remember that.
I'm just saying.
NCOP, he made a great point too. The warden who trespassed him, where he was like getting pushed out by the warden and they had all the guards, he fucking did that too.
Mm-hmm.
I love that video, by the way. Yep.
So, Sean, you're not really helping your case.
Fucking Gutterman.
I've got the title for Liar's life biography of his movie.
What's that?
Walking Small.
I mean, we did show the LIA and Leroy Truth movie that they're going to do together.
The audit did cover some of Sean's stuff, and they've called him out, and he is actually a law student. I think he actually did graduate with a law degree. I know he
I
studied
believe so.
I know he studied law, and he's called out Sean on some of his videos for the stuff he's done.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Lisa, for the 2 jewels.
Lisa, we love Taco Bell, dog.
Peaceful during these interactions. And the fact that Brian Fahey couldn't control himself should not be a negative, should not paint a negative light on me. I did go to the police headquarters 2 times for legitimate business. One, as State's Attorney Fahey said, to file a complaint. 2, to do an open records request, which I never got. Yes, I went to film inside of the precinct. He's talking about me filming inside of the police lobby. He asked me about that. I'm explaining that to the court. Yes, I attempted to film inside of the Connecticut police station lobby. And when I was told that I couldn't, and I couldn't enter while recording, I said, fine, let's do the complaint outside. And that's when, unfortunately, I first became aware of former Sergeant Brian Fahey. We did the complaint outside. I was very cordial to him during our conversation.
Wow.
He was the aggressor. And when I went back the second time, was not looking for Sergeant Fahey. I was speaking to another officer, another state trooper. Sergeant Fahey appeared and waved at me. He waved at me, knowing we had that other interaction. He came out and waved at me. Waved.
How do you know he wasn't waving at somebody else?
And I was allowed I was permitted to record in the lobby that day.
If it was me, I would have only been waving with one finger.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is Sergeant Brian Fahey one of those important people?
Ooh, see right there. He mentions Fahey.
The one that you just saw assault me and didn't do anything about it as a law enforcement officer? In broad daylight. In broad daylight, man. So there he is. He's so mad.
I wonder if he's going to cut out him challenging him to a fight.
Of course he is, because
why are you so
Sean.
mad, Sergeant? Oh, yeah, after you assaulted me, right? Yes, you did. You did it last time. You did it again. Because you're scared. You wouldn't do it without a uniform. Because I'm what? You're scared. You wouldn't do it without that gun on your hip and that badge. You wouldn't do it without that. You wouldn't do it.
And Mr. Fahey stood there.
You called it. You fucking
called
called
it. He didn't go to
it.
his office. He didn't go to the pistol permit section. He stood there in the lobby. Because Sergeant Fahey.
Yeah. If you follow Sean, can you defend that?
Regardless of a felony conviction.
Come on. I know you guys are out there. Defend it.
No. We're not going to be aggressive about it. I just want you. Can you? I showed
I
you what
didn't mean that in an
happened on
aggressive
his own
tone.
video.
I apologize.
It's fine. I showed you what happened on his video.
Or anything to me that would indicate I could not enter the property. I fully believed on that day, as I fully believe on today, that I had an implied license or privilege to knock.
How is it projecting, Christian?
And I want to clarify something for the record. Yesterday I said I wasn't on trial. And obviously I am. But that's because I shouldn't be on trial. Brian Fahey should be on trial, but he's not because he's above the law.
He was already in court for the disorderly conduct.
I'm innocent.
Yeah.
I hope this court finds me innocent. I have nothing further.
They're not.
I have a couple more questions. So the fact that he waved at you in state police headquarters set you off. I mean, you were mad about that. You just said that, right? You were upset that he was standing there staring at you and waved at you.
I had great emotional control.
That's
no,
what
I wasn't upset. I was
He's as the opening, Uncle Artie.
You are indicating that.
Uncle Artie is here.
But yet he came out and found
no,
me.
I wasn't saying that. You did say before you went in, maybe we'll run into Sergeant Fahey, correct?
He works there.
I know, but that you said it before you ever encountered him, right?
Right.
Okay. And so you just made a big point of the fact that him waving at you and he stood there while you were conducting legitimate business. And I'm not questioning your legitimate business at all. I'm saying that was upsetting to you somehow, that you still remember that he waved at you and stood in his doorway.
No, that's not my testimony. That's what my testimony is that he waved at me. Obviously, if you don't want to be around somebody, you don't come out and wave at them. You stay away from it.
And so you went to his house thinking you were somehow invited there or welcomed there by Brian Fahey, or had some license or privilege to be there?
I think I have a license or privilege to knock on anyone.
I understand what you think. That may or may not be the law. That'll be up to the court. But I'm saying you knew this was going on between you and Brian Fahey, and you thought it would be a good idea to go to his house in the middle of a civil lawsuit and approach his door. Is that what you're saying? Okay. Well, if you have a right to. The other thing is too, you indicated you never expected him to even come to the door and encounter you. Yet you went up his driveway. You indicated in your own direct testimony that you somehow knew he was home. I don't know if you waited there or whatever.
That's not my testimony.
You said you knew he was home in the middle of the afternoon.
I knew he was home when he came out. I didn't know he was home. How could I see? I couldn't see if you, how would I know if he's home or not? I did not testify to that, no.
Did you not say on the video that you knew he was home because it was the middle of the afternoon and now you're checking because it's 3:45 and how could you be making all this overtime being home?
Sir, you're misunderstanding me. I said that once I went there to determine whether he's going to be working at 3:30 in the afternoon on a work day. I didn't determine that until Brian Fahey answered the door.
Okay. But you didn't say to him then, what are you doing home at 3:30, right? You didn't even, you just said.
He pulled a gun on me.
Not then, sir, not then.
I couldn't even get the question out. He told me to leave and I left.
He went back in the house before that whole.
He had to get his gun to shoot me. He said he was going to shoot me.
You're still here, he didn't shoot you, right, sir?
Thank God. Thank God for my
I agree with
cameraman.
that.
Thank God.
I agree with that. But he never even raised that gun at you, right?
He said if not my money, he was going to shoot me.
But he didn't, right?
Thank God.
I agree. My point is, you said you didn't even think you were going to encounter him that day, or you didn't think he was going to come out or anything.
I had no idea if he was home. Mrs. Fahey could have answered the door. I had no idea if he was home or not. I was knocking on the door to see if he was home and to ask him questions about a story I was working on.
After you filed the civil lawsuit and had those two previous things, you think you're the most unbiased reporter to be working
I'm
on that story?
tenacious. That's the word.
That's good. No further
Okay. I'm gonna say this, Sean. One of the 5 ethics of journalism: impartiality. You cannot be biased. So the fact that you are biased to Brian Fahey, Prosecutor Fahey's right. You are not the person who should be doing this. You clearly have a bias. You can't set it aside. You can be tenacious. That's fine. But
Jack
you
Black,
can't say you're
Jack
a journalist.
Black might not like that though.
Who?
I hate you.
Yeah, Judge, just going to clarify. I went there as a journalist, regardless of what State Attorney Fahey's opinion is. He obviously doesn't know the definition of journalist, so he doesn't know exactly I'm a journalist. Whether you like the kind of journalism I do, whether you like the kind of opinions I give in my journalism, I went there to determine whether he was working or not, and to ask him a question. Knock on the door, which is what I did. I didn't knock on the door and stay on the porch, Judge, and try and try and intimidate him. I knocked on the door and immediately backed off of the porch into the grassy area.
Which is a
That's what I did. I looked for signs. I read signs. That's not what somebody who wants to commit criminal trespassing does. That's all I know.
You misinterpreted signs.
Thank you, Judge.
Look how pissed he is.
No, Judge, the defense rests.
Parties prepared to proceed with closing argument.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Judge.
Judge, in looking to the connected jury instructions, Your Honor has to find that in order to find the defendant guilty, that he entered or remained in premises that are posted in a manner prescribed by law or reasonably likely to come to the attention of the intruders. The reality is, Judge, that sign that was posted, forget about the no trespassing sign. There's been a lot of talk about the no trespassing sign. Now, it is curious that the defendant would not have done further research, including looking anywhere else on the property, given how narrow that driveway was after seeing that sign, but that sign is enough. Quite frankly, Judge, I don't think the sign is necessary, and the reason I say that is because just simply based on the animosity we've talked about that had previously existed between Sergeant Fahey and Mr. Reyes, no reasonable person in that situation would think that they were licensed or privileged to go there. When Mr. Reyes talks about an implied license, Judge, one, he started to cite, and I'm sure he'll cite again, a Florida case which has no power in the state of Connecticut. But the reality of the situation is, because every state's laws are different, the reality of the situation is the animosity alone should have told him that he had no license or privilege to go, that he would, as the jury instructions talk about, to be licensed or privileged, the defendant must either have consent from the person in possession of the premises or have some other right to be on the land. Simply calling yourself a journalist and going to the door when there's a no trespassing sign and there is animosity such as this, one does not knowingly have any right to be on that property. When one talks about implied consent, in the state's opinion, what that would suggest is you can't order something from Amazon and when the Amazon driver comes up, have him arrested. You can't take public utility services such as water or gas or electric, and when the meter reader comes up to your house, claim they're trespassing. There's an implied consent with items such as that. There clearly is no implied consent. I'm unaware of any implied consent cases in Connecticut that would suggest journalists have an absolute right, especially when property is posted, to be able to enter that property despite the signage. That sign is very clear that it was a private road. It is a driveway. It's flanked by two mailboxes, and Mr. Reyes chose to walk down past that sign, admitted that he saw the sign, and effectively ignored that sign. He had no license and privilege, especially, and he has knowledge of that based on the animosity and the ongoing civil lawsuit that was pending with a deposition pending. To suggest that he went there simply to ask about some other story is ludicrous. And I would ask Your Honor to find him guilty of criminal trespassing in the third degree.
Good close.
Judge, it's curious to me that State's Attorney Fahey
Very close.
now says I should have known because of animosity. You didn't hear any testimony that there was animosity. You heard testimony that I didn't approve of his actions on those days. I don't have animosity towards him.
Yes, you do.
State's Attorney Fahey says to tell you that the implied license, and obviously he has no idea what he's talking about. The implied license for Amazon driver, a delivery driver, utility worker, and he says that I cited a Florida case. Florida v. Jardines is a Supreme Court case, Judge. It's not a Florida case. It is binding on this court. It is a Supreme Court case that acknowledges that the police and the public in general, me being an independent journalist or whatever State's Attorney Fahey thinks I am, that doesn't give me some special privilege.
Curse LIA repeatedly and his fans.
But you paid for it. LIA and your ridiculous, unreasonable, uneducatable followers.
You are cashed.
Do you want to take the Florida versus Jardines argument?
Yeah, because I've got it pulled up.
Okay, good, because what he's stating is fucking false.
So, this case, Florida versus Jardines, is a 2013 case where the police used a drug sniffing dog on the front porch. The dog alerted to a small amount of marijuana. The police obtained a warrant for the marijuana. At trial, it was argued that the police used the dog. They didn't have a warrant to go onto the property. And it was ruled to be a Fourth Amendment violation by the Supreme Court. Nowhere in that does it state that a journalist can go and do a knock and talk on somebody's private property. Okay? Going to Well, actually, you know what? I'm gonna pull it up here because I've got it pulled up on the screen so y'all can see that I'm not talking out of my ass. I want to no proof.
You can talk out of your ass?
It takes a long time of ventriloquism, but like right here,
That's amazing.
He's watched Ace Ventura once too many times.
Yeah, it must have been taught.
Okay, right here. They use the drug sniffing dog on the property, right? Now, DJ, I want you to read the highlighted passage. All right.
Sure. Whenever you get to it. This case is the same as if the police came to a person's front door with an unusually high-powered pair of binoculars and used them to look into the window of the home. This is not just a case where the police had the customary invitation to come to the front door and knock to ask questions. In this case, the police used a device, the dog, that had special abilities beyond what normal humans have. Moreover, even though the court analyzes this case as a trespass of property, it could easily be decided as a violation of Jardine's reasonable expectation of privacy. Interesting. Huh. Weird. That sounds like Sean has no fucking clue what he's talking about.
Definitely.
Good God. It's like one of his subscribers said to him, like, yeah, this case right here, it says you can do this, and it's complete and utter nonsense and bullshit.
So we got the opinion. Now we're going to go with the dissenting opinion right here.
Police officers, and for that matter, average citizens, have the limited license to walk on a person's walkway and go to their front door. There is no rationale for trespass here. Also, there is no reasonable expectation of privacy issue because a reasonable person would expect that odors emanate from a house and can be detected outside of it. Further, a reasonable person would not be able to determine what odors are only detectable by a dog rather than a human.
Okay. Now, at what point did any of that say you as a journalist have applied consent to go onto somebody's private property?
Hold on. Let me read again. Please use nowhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go even right here to the reasoning. This is about a Fourth Amendment case. This isn't about a trespassing. So right here, again, it doesn't say anything about a journalist going onto private property.
Nope.
No.
I mean, all this is talking about is, was it a violation of the Fourth Amendment for the police to use the drug sniffing dog without a warrant? I don't know how any of this would affect Sean's case. Because it doesn't have anything to do with a trespassing. It doesn't have anything to do with applied consent to go onto the property.
I kind of want to address a comment really quick because it kind of goes with this. Grimble, whatever the gnome, castle doctrine still requires a threat. Knocking on someone's door isn't enough, you buffoon. Correct. If it was just some random ass person doing it, but it was somebody Fahey has multiple encounters with. Sean filed a lawsuit against him and everything of that sort. So there, and all the freaking death threats Fahey and his family got. So he, in his own right, has a right to feel threatened by Sean.
Yeah. No, I think he was referring to me to my statements about the Ohio Castle Doctrine.
Oh, still.
Ohio Castle Doctrine states if I feel or somebody in my house feels like they are threatened. That's what states in Ohio's.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it also states I can only use appropriate force if needed. Now, if they have a weapon, I can have a weapon. If I have a weapon just to display as a deterrent, I can do that. But if they come onto the property and they try to do harm to me or my property, I can defend myself and my property. I also want to address David.
May all LA's clothing become tiny, short mini skirts. Even if they did, he still wouldn't hang out the bottom of it.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, oh, you're good.
I forgot to bring up screen.
Independent journalist or whatever state's attorney Fahey thinks I am. That doesn't give me some special privilege. The general public has a privilege, just like Girl Scouts, solar panel salesmen, Jehovah's Witnesses. The general public has a license or privilege to do a knock and talk. And in some
Not if there's signs.
I'm going to enter memorandum of law when I finish. They have said that signs don't negate. And I understand it's persuasive, not binding on this court, but they have said that signs don't negate your implied license or privilege to conduct a knock and talk. State's Attorney Fahey wants to make this case now about this animosity that is a pure fiction in his own mind. He's provided no evidence of animosity. He didn't question Mr. Fahey about any animosity.
Because Fahey doesn't have anything towards you. You do it to him.
Any animosity.
Exactly.
But I would argue, even if I did, it wouldn't revoke my implied license or privilege to knock on the door, to conduct a knock and talk. That's what he's saying. His case is so weak. Put together the no trespassing sign, put it to the side, Judge. Put the other sign to the side. Because the animosity. Well, the statute requires a sign be posted reasonably likely to come to the attention of an intruder. I wasn't an intruder. I was a visitor. I was conducting a knock and talk.
You weren't a visitor. You weren't
Judge, this court
welcome.
has narrowed this case to 2 questions. Whether the signs were posted in a manner reasonably likely to come to the attention of intruders, and whether I knew I was not licensed or privileged to be there. The state must prove both, beyond a reasonable doubt. On this record, it has proven neither. Officer Romansky is the man who testified that he found the sign, the no trespassing sign. He told this court it was in the brush, approximately 10 feet off the edge of the driveway. Now, State's Attorney Fahey would have, I'm sure he would love for me to have gone 10 feet into the bushes and rummage around in the trees to try and find something, and that didn't happen because no reasonable person would do that.
Damn low fat, that makes no sense.
Look, you saw the video admitted to evidence. The video, the cameraman was in front of me. You see me motion him to come in front of me, specifically, Judge, so that way the camera can see. Unfortunately, yes, I've been arrested many times. I believe 13 times in the last 5 years, Judge. Not one criminal conviction. That speaks volumes.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit.
Yep.
You just admitted on the stand you were convicted of trespassing in Danbury, Connecticut.
Yeah.
In 2023.
Yeah, this is so fucking stupid. He literally just admitted it, and now he's saying, no, nothing ever happened. Like, dude, get your fucking story straight.
He can't get his story straight. Every time he talks about Fahey, it's always, he's done this, he's done that. But yet, whatever you bring up, were you ever arrested? Weren't you convicted? No, I was never convicted in the last 5 years. I've never. It's why I called out 2 Cops, 1 Donut when they interviewed him. And I flat out said it was a fluff piece. If they would have looked into it, into the videos that he's put out, not somebody like me, not another anti-auditor, but his own videos, his own trial of the Danbury case where he was found guilty, where he went and paid in pennies the fine of $90. That's a conviction. You may not have gotten jail time, but that was a conviction.
Yes, it is.
I mean, distinguished panel.
Yes, sir.
If you're told by a judge that you have to pay a fine, that's a conviction, right?
Why, yes. Yes, that would be.
Yeah.
I mean,
you're adjudicated guilty and have to pay a fine. Yeah.
Just saying.
To the governments that have done it, not me. Officer Mensky told you he walked down the driveway at least 2 times up and down the driveway before he found the sign. And he only located it after Mrs. Fahey told him where it was, where to look.
I literally saw it in the video.
Consider what that means. A trained officer standing on that property, looking for signs, walked past it twice, and he needed the homeowner's wife to point him to it. Brian Fahey testified he couldn't recall when's the last time he saw the sign posted. Mrs. Fahey said she didn't know either. She testified to that. But yet he's 90% positive. That doesn't add up. It just doesn't add up. Can't be 90% positive and you have no idea when it was last posted. He obviously was trying, his purpose in sitting in that chair was to try and defame me and discredit me to this court. Not the truth. Officer McKechnie testified. She walked the same driveway. She testified she never saw the sign. Sergeant Bedard was the leading investigative supervisor. He says he saw the sign, but never told anybody about it. Brian Fahey's testimony that he was 90% positive, that he doesn't know when's the last time he saw the sign, those two answers cannot live in the same testimony, Judge. He's 90% certain of a fact, he can't place the time, 90% sure of something, 100% doesn't know. That is not recollection, that is a man telling the court what he needs to hear. Mr. Glover, my cameraman, walked the driveway beside me. He testified he never saw private property, no trespassing sign, Judge.
But he also lied about not seeing the private road sign, too.
Yep. I was literally just about to say
that. Judge. One more thing on this element, Judge, and it is the one thing I would ask this court to weigh the most heavily. The state has not shown this court a single photograph, not one photograph, of where the no trespassing sign actually laid that day. Not one. The only photograph in this case was taken after Officer Romansky pulled that sign out of the brush and moved it to the side of the driveway, which he says he doesn't know why he did it. That's what he testified to this court. The state's evidence of posting is a photograph of the sign in a place it was not. So now the state has moved. It is no longer really arguing the trespassing sign because it cannot. It is now asking this court to convict me on the strength of yellow vehicle signs along the driveway that said private road, dead end, no turnaround. It didn't say do not enter, didn't say not welcome here. And in fact, I would submit to this court, the fact that there's an existence of a no trespassing sign and this sign would indicate that it was needed to have a no trespassing sign in addition to this sign to make it clear to anyone who was going to knock on the property, knock on the door and conduct a knock and talk that they weren't welcome. I testified to what I understood those words to mean on July 11, 2025, and I understand them the same way I'm standing here today, Judge. Private road, meaning the roadway is privately owned and maintained rather than a public street. Dead end, meaning the road does not go through. No turnaround, meaning the road is not wide enough to turn a vehicle around, so do not try. Didn't bring my vehicle down there that day, Judge, because that's what I understood the sign.
We all pretty much agree with that.
They're traffic signs.
We don't have
Every
proof,
word
but
of
we
them
pretty much
is
agree with
addressed
that.
to a vehicle and how that road is used. Not one word of it says a visitor is unwelcome. Not one word of it says no knock. Not one word revokes any permission to walk up to the front door. Judge, here is how we know the Fays themselves never believed those signs did work, because they had the addition of the no trespassing sign. The private road signs, they're on the left side of the driveway, Judge. The second sign Brian Fahey testified to was on the property of his neighbor. Those
two things. One, hello, unclean hands. Good to see you, sir. Two, if you noticed, the left side had the least amount of brush and overgrowth. That's where the signs would be the most visible.
Yep.
That's why they were placed there. I'm sorry. am I just lost on something? I mean, wouldn't you want those signs to be visible?
You'd think.
100%.
I mean, the no trespassing sign was hung to a tree. Okay. It fell. Could have fallen because of weather, could have been torn down, what have you. But the private road signs still establish it's private property. If it's private property, do you have permission to go on it? No. Sean did not have the implied consent to go onto the property.
Correct. I just realized I said correct a lot.
Correct.
You say it's so fun.
Signs could have been for his neighbor. I had no idea in the moment he purchased, his neighbor purchased the signs, his neighbor installed the signs. One of the two signs is on the neighbor's property. It's not clear to anybody walking up that single driveway who those signs would apply to. It's not clear.
Applies to everybody,
You don't have
dummy.
to take my word that it wasn't visible on approach, Judge, because you watched it. You saw defendant's exhibit A. You saw my approach to the front door. The private property no trespassing sign does not appear anywhere in that footage. The state, as I said before, did not provide any photograph of that sign whatsoever. Before I get into the knowledge element, Judge, this whole prosecution was a farce. State's Attorney Fahey charged me with criminal trespassing. I was originally charged by the Groton Police Department on the same docket for felony voyeurism.
Objection relevant.
It's what I was really charged with. This whole investigation was biased from the start, Judge. It's so clear. It was so biased. They were protecting police officers, Judge.
The fact that I reduced charges to what I felt was the appropriate charge and what we're here for is all that matters, Judge. The other charges have been dismissed, and so it's okay.
It matters why they charged me with it in the first place, Judge. It shows the animosity by the police officers, not me. It shows the bias in their investigation.
Court's records indicate substitute information to the prior charges.
Thank you. The second question is whether I knew I was licensed or privileged to be there. I testified about my work. I'm a journalist, I investigate, and I protest allegations of government misconduct. That is why I was on that road on July 11th. I testified about the research I conducted to do that work. About my
You got called out because you didn't do any.
From one residence to
Okay,
the
hold
next.
on. I need you to.
Every time
I need you to pause really quick. I think something needs to be said here. So remember the video where he went to the police area and he walked down the fucking stairs to the cops out back, and they basically trespassed him and kicked him out?
Yeah.
They did that because there was a sign saying, you know, private road and private parking lot and all that stuff. His argument is wrong. It's moot. He's been through this bullshit before. He knows he was in the fucking wrong.
He's lied through his teeth in this entire trial.
Yep. I literally just was like, why have I seen him dealing with something like that before? And then, like, I remember you talking about it and his video. He's literally been kicked out of places that say the exact same fucking thing for trespassing.
He's been trespassed from multiple places.
Yep.
He was it last year? It was the probation office in Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
There was this year at the PBA headquarters. There was the jail at no, there's probation office last year in New York. There was the jail facility in this year in New York, the state prison. There was trespass there. You go through his videos. You look for him. You'll find him. He's been trespassed multiple times. He will not admit guilt. You
Nope,
can't
not at all.
say a private road sign is an invitation. The military base, he got in trouble for that, which he denied he had to pay a fine for, but yet the court documents proved otherwise. Really cool news. Got the documents. They showed it. So even the doggo agrees.
That would tell me my permission to approach it.
Dogs don't lie.
If I see
They also
a
can't look up.
trespassing sign, I don't pass it, Judge. In the last 15 years, I have not committed another crime. I've not committed any crimes. I love my family. I do not want to go to jail. I want to expose bad cops. That is the mission. That's why I went there that day, to try and expose and get information about a bad cop. And he spit in my face.
My bad about that.
State says
LIA was coming up on the driveway.
Proves I might be trespassing somehow. Judge, it proves the precise opposite. A man who intends to trespass does not stop and read signage. He does not spend his walk scanning the tree line. He looks because he intends to obey. And there was nothing there to obey that day, Judge. I walked to the front door, I knocked. That is a knock and talk. That is an implied license that every single person in this country holds. It is not a novel idea. And it is not my invention. It belongs to the mail carrier, the delivery driver, the Girl Scout, the neighbor, the police officer, who may walk up and knock precisely because that is no more than any private citizen may do. When Mr. Fahey opened the door and told me to leave, I left. That the actions of a trespasser, if somebody wants to trespass on property, Judge, somebody immediately complies. You saw the video. I did what the license permits that I do, nothing more. And Judge,
Justice, we are too busy licking boots.
No trespassing sign even existed.
Good protein.
To anyone on the property until after my arrest. And I replied from camera footage produced to me in discovery. I could not have known July 11th when a trained officer had to be shown where to find it. A word about Mr. Fahey's testimony, both Fahey's, I guess. They're both testifying today. Judge, because this court has to decide what weight it carries. He did not come to this courtroom to help it, to find facts. He came with something else in mind. He showed you what it was without being asked.
All right, I'm going to address
this.
I've addressed it so many times here. I'm just going to do it.
Hey.
When he was told to leave 4 times, then he left. And as he was leaving, he was going at a reasonable gait to get off the property, then slows down to talk to the camera.
Mm-hmm.
That's him extending his stay on the property after being told to leave.
Is that Turtle Boy as a freaking saint as your avatar?
I think it is.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Doesn't Aiden got a court date coming up too?
Oh, yes, he does.
The questions put to him. He told this court more than once, I have a felony conviction. He didn't say it was 15 years ago.
All right, let's let me do that to you at your house. And tell me what you would do.
My business.
Right.
That's my question to you.
Whatever, whatsoever to do with whether a sign was attached to a tree in 2025. He knew, and he knew it when he said it. He volunteered it anyway more than once. That tells this court nothing about the sign and tells you everything about why that man was on the stand and why he said what he said on the stand. This is a man who spit in the face of a journalist, pulled a gun, said he was going to shoot me as I was retreating from his property. He wasn't scared. His own wife begged him not to go. I asked the court to disregard his testimony. He's not.
Oh, wow, nice jump cut.
Sure about anything, about a sign, about anything. Judge, I want to talk about the 2 men who were on that lawn on July 11, 2025, and about what happened to each of them. One man walked up to a front door, knocked on it, and asked a question about $75,000 in overtime. The other man went into his house, retrieved a loaded firearm, and came back out, walked down his driveway, and after a man was already retreating towards the road,
Objection irrelevant as to criminal trespass 3 assertion.
Spit in his face. That is not in dispute. Never has been. He admitted it. Judge, you heard in this courtroom how carefully the law was parsed that day on his behalf. Nobody performed the analysis for me. Nobody on the property that afternoon opened up 53A 109 and asked whether a sign laying in a brush 10 feet off the driveway is a posted sign. They found a reason not to charge him that day, Judge. And they found 3 charges for me. I've spent my career documenting injustice in this country, Judge. Standing in courthouses, holding a camera, recording what happens to people who have no one to speak for them. I've never expected to be standing inside one of those injustices myself when I started my activism 5 years ago.
Justice and Jeff, if you feel like we're bootlickers, that's your opinion. You're welcome to
sign that doesn't indicate anything about revoking license or privilege. They can't prove I knew, because I didn't. They offered no testimony, no evidence,
as to I should have known, other than their own made up animosity that I don't even have, Judge. That's what the state is resting their
That's
hat
not
on.
true because you called
Animosity
Fahey
that they can't prove.
when he was on the
Testimony from the
stand.
state's attorney. Animosity. That's what they told you when they're closing. He should have known because of animosity that doesn't exist, Judge.
This prosecution is another spit in my face, Judge. Difference is, last time nobody was standing between me and Brian Fahey. Today there is. That's what this court is for. That is the only reason any of us are in this room. If you want to disregard everything I said because I admitted I made a bad decision 15 years ago, Judge, that's your purview. But just remember, I testified since then. I have worked closely with police departments across our country. I've done ride-alongs, command staff meetings, district attorneys have offered, have invited me,
One
and
or
I've
two
done
meetings
trainings
doesn't mean shit,
with
dude.
district attorney's offices. Like I said, Judge, you don't take my word for it.
One.
I believe this is a country of redemption. I believe I believe myself. I pay my debt to society. But take their word for it. Take Mr. Fahey, upstanding state's attorney's word for it. Take the state's word for it. Take the law enforcement officer's word for it. Take the officer, your officer found the sign in the brush after walking past it twice. Only after being told where to look, that's when he found it. Another officer never saw it. Another sergeant said it wasn't clearly posted. They're complaining. Can't even tell the court when's the last time they laid eyes on the sign. The state has not proven that these premises were posted in a manner reasonably likely to come to the attention of anyone walking up that driveway. It has not proven that I knew I wasn't licensed or privileged to knock on the door. Obviously, the state is not familiar with the Supreme Court case. I will hand you, I'll educate you. Those are the elements of this offense. Both of them fail. And when the elements of a crime fail, Judge, court of law has exactly one honest thing left to do. Find me not guilty. Thank you, Judge.
Judge, just a couple of points. I have been very clear from the very beginning with counsel that represented Mr. Reyes beforehand, and I've been very clear in this courtroom. It's that first sign. That is all that is necessary under our statute for the notice requirement to reasonably come to the attention. In fact, Mr. Reyes himself testified he saw it, he ignored it, he walked by it because he believed it to be something else. But it said, and let's be clear, he keeps referring to a road. It was a driveway, not a road. It was private property he was on, not a road, not even a private road. It was private property, a driveway that was posted private. They didn't manufacture the sign, that's how the sign came, but it was very clear from Ms. Fahey and Mr. Fahey that the whole point was to avoid trespassers in any way, shape, or form coming up their driveway, and that's why that was posted. There's been a lot of talk about the no trespassing sign.
was that?
I've never agreed with this
know.
counsel before indicating that's what I was relying on as being posted. It's just curious to me that Sergeant Bedard was able to see that from the driveway walking up the first time before it got moved by Officer Romansky, and he could photograph it in place, but that he was able to see it from the driveway, but somehow Mr. Reyes and Mr. Glover weren't able to. However, that first sign alone is sufficient for notice under our statute. The animosity, the civil lawsuit, all the other that plays into the fact that he knows he was not welcome on that property, should not have been on that property. He doesn't have a right to be on that private property if it's posted and there's no, he knows there's no legitimate, he wasn't invited by Mr. Fahey to speak about anything. He went there of his own accord, and in doing so, he violated the law in the state of Connecticut. I remind the court that Mr. Fahey, that he now tells you to completely disregard, was not even called by the state, it was called by Mr. Reyes. For what purpose, I don't know, a confrontation again in court, which it resulted in ultimately further bolstering the state's claim about animosity between the two individuals dating back to that first incident. I can assure the court of one thing. I think if Mr. Fahey was not the person who walked out of that door in 2021, there would never be a claim of overtime abuse by Sergeant Fahey, because I can and Mr. Reyes does an internet search. He too could find dozens of troopers that probably made more than Mr. Fahey. That's neither here nor there. What matters is on July 11th, did he pass a sign? Did he know the sign was there? Was it reasonably posted? It was. It was on the Fahey's property. It was on next to their driveway that they owned all the way up to the split in the road. And Kimberly Fahey actually believes the sign, second sign, to be on their property, but that's neither here nor there. That first sign is sufficient. He indicated he saw it, he walked by it, and he had no license or privilege to be there, and he knew that. I would ask Your Honor to find him.
Judge?
He has no right to respond. I have a burden of proof, Judge.
Not much, I understand. I believe he's trying to offer memorandum.
Oh, that's fine. I moved here.
Judge, I just wanted to offer this memorandum of law.
All right. Well, take the matter, or take the memorandum of law. Thank you. Absent objection, and of course.
I assume it's not in any way, shape, or form as is required by the rules of law now in our state. There's no AI generation to all of this.
Oh, no.
Okay, fine, thank you.
All right. And with that, the court is going to close the evidence in this matter. We'll take the matter under consideration and evaluate the evidence and argument of the parties wants to consider both the testimony as well as the exhibits that were offered. Further, the court's intention is to have the matter docketed in a short period of time, and at that time, the court will, once it has had an opportunity to review everything and reflect on it, will issue a decision and a judgment case.
Thank you.
So the matter will be redocketed in a matter of, I presume, 2 to 4 weeks. Court is adjourned.
All rise. His Honorable Superior Court now.
All right, fellow patriots. So I hope you enjoyed the trial as much as I did. It was a lot of fun. It's easy to go to trial when you're innocent, and the video evidence shows you're innocent.
You're not innocent,
Obviously,
You're
as
definitely
you
not.
can see from the
You
day
are
one
definitely not
trial
innocent.
and today's video, I'm not an attorney, but I am innocent. Unfortunately, the judge has reserved his decision in this case, and he will be deliberating in the coming weeks, and we will have to come back to court to get the verdict. But I'm confident that the verdict will be not guilty, because I am. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, have notifications turned on, so you do not miss the upcoming video where I will be releasing the verdict of this trial. I appreciate all your love and support. It means the absolute world to me.
Unless you're
As always, stay
found
safe. God
guilty
bless.
and
I'll see
taken
you in the next
away.
one. Long Island Audit. Peace.
Oh, shit.
Oh my God, what the fuck ever.
I'm sorry, but you did not do as good as you thought you did, buddy.
No, not fucking even close.
Destroyed the prosecution?
LA needs a little person to stand next to him saying, the plane, because he's on Fantasy Island.
I mean, yeah, he definitely did not prove his fucking case. He didn't destroy the prosecution. None of that. He got freaking dog walked during this. All he has is like, my license to go on there, blah, blah, blah. And the prosecutor at the end laid it out. It's like, this is about the sign that says he's not allowed on there. He acknowledged that sign. It's not about the sign that was next to the tree in the fucking bushes that can be seen in the fucking video. That's neither here nor there. It's ridiculous. He's clearly guilty.
I mean, what can you say to this? You acknowledge that you have a problem with Fahey, or he has a problem with you. Let's even just go with that. That his argument of, well, Fahey hates him. Why go to his property? I mean, if somebody hates me, I don't go to their house. I think that makes the most sense, right?
Of course.
Yeah. Like the fact that he said he did awesome in court is so stupid.
He crashed out day one.
Yeah.
The fact that he can say with a straight face that he has no animosity towards Fahey, when at the lunch break of the first day you go out there to your boy Leroy Truth and start screaming, fuck you, Fahey. Calling him a piece of shit.
Saying his daughter's an easy lay.
I mean,
that the prosecutor brought that shit up. Oh, that was fucking delicious.
Chef's kiss. Yeah, chef's kiss.
Yeah, 100%.
I honestly don't think he's getting away with this one.
I don't either. I really don't. I don't see how he can. Like, and the fact that he was like, he told the judge in his closing statement to disregard testimony when he was the one that called the fucking witness. That was funny as hell. Is saying he did well is a very good. Yeah, Dunning-Kruger effect. No kidding.
And even then, while he was on the stand, accusing the prosecutor to his face of a cover-up.
I can't get over the fact that he thinks that Fahey hasn't been punished. He was charged with third degree disorderly conduct. He got sentenced. He took a plea deal. That's him getting punished. Just like when Sean took a plea deal.
Yes. Yep.
That's
you
him.
just showed your hate-fueled heart. You win.
Who said that?
Christian. I thought that was pretty funny.
Oh, I make it clear I don't like LIA. I've been honest about that and up front. But I'm not going to his house and trying to start shit with him.
Yeah.
I'm not making up accusations about him. I'm not saying that he's done something he hasn't done. Unlike what he's done to Brian Fahey. Accused him of having an affair. He's accused multiple people actually of having affairs without any real proof, just hearsay.
Yep.
He's accusing him of overtime embezzlement. But yet even the prosecutor said, and asked him, did you do any research into the police unions here and how they do it?
Did you vet it?
No, I just went off of hearsay.
Also saying that Fahey sold drugs.
Yep.
Bill, the verdict will be September 3rd. I'm going to keep an eye out that day and see what happens. If he goes live or if somebody else goes live with him, I'm fairly certain he might have somebody with him just in case.
I think Leroy's going to go in there and hold his hand and cry with him.
When's
Leroy be
trial?
locked up by that time?
I think his trial's in like next month.
Yeah.
I think it's like next month starts. If it's not any more motion hearings.
Hopefully,
if it's motion hearing. If it
hopefully
starts, I'll cover it.
Yeah, hopefully that trial's being. There's going to be footage.
Oh, I'll cover it. If he is allowed to record in there and live stream it, I'll cover it.
Clifford notes. Cliff notes, you mean? That's pretty funny.
Okay.
Legend.
Shuggy, no, he hasn't been had his verdict yet. That's September 3rd. Cliff Notes version of this. I cursed him. He lost.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
All right, let's get everyone's final opinions on the outcome. Let's start with Hank.
He is fucked. He is fucked. He is so fucking fucked.
Wise words have never been said from a dog draping the American flag. Damien.
As as a famous Aussie once said, he is going to destination fucked.
DJ?
I agree with my panelists that Sean is absolutely fucked with a capital F, and Big Terry is going to have so much fun with him.
It's going to be a lot of sweat and struggle in that cell.
That's right. You better have plenty of Kool-Aid and honey buns.
Personal opinion, I think he is screwed.
Well, Big Terry will be glazing his honey's buns.
Ah,
Ew.
He's gonna be doing some cave painting.
He's gonna fuck a new hole into him.
But honestly, I think he's screwed. His star witness dropped the ball when they lied on the stand about not seeing any kind of sign.
Yep.
The fact that he can't get over the traffic sign defense, which you just because you say it applies to cars only doesn't mean that.
I mean, going to try it, fine. But every witness that comes up, trying to get them to agree with you, it ain't happening, buddy.
The fact that you get called out by the prosecutor for your statements that you made the night before, the fact that you violate your own sequester request for the witnesses and prosecutors, well, all the attorneys, you violate that.
Yeah, I agree. He screwed up big time. Oh yeah, and the claiming he's not the one on trial, that was just fucking hilarious.
Well, folks, I want to thank everybody for joining us. I also want to thank Damian Paxton for joining me. I want to thank Hank of Hank's Corner. I also want to thank DJ Dark Lantern. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe to Hank and DJ's channels. It's Hank's Corner on YouTube and DJ Dark Lantern and the Last Chance Review. I also
everybody throw some love in the chat. Go like and subscribe for my boy, Mr. NCR, who puts these together, does an amazing job. Show my brother some love.
Hell yeah.
Also, if you want to, please come join me later today. I'll be airing episode 96 of the Craptown Florida Man Power Ranking Podcast. It's just a fun little thing of crazy news stories from the land down under and the Sunshine State. You all will enjoy the, shenanigans.
No.
Shenanigans.
No.
On that note, I will see you all next time.
Later, bitches.
Have a great one.
Hasta la bye.